Soldiers of Humanity, SOF. He's run a few Kickstarters, and his most recent two has been doing Steel Legion.
Okay.
Complete with alternate tanks that they have the same silhouette in some and layout as chimeras and whatnot, but they're not. They're still visually distinct.
Right.
And then there's a guy, Little Legend, Tiny Legend, I think it is, based in Europe, and he does a Patreon where he does digital files, and he's been doing Krieg. So all the stuff Krieg used to have, so their own stormtroopers and stuff like that, he's done all those. So they're out there, but he also does he sells them as physical prints. And he's moved on to do Steel Legion.
Makes sense, yeah.
And they actually look really good. So I'm tempted at some point just have like a platoon or two of Steel Legion would be quite nice. It's a pricier option, but it's something that I can see myself doing at some point, if GW don't do their own version. So
which they might do. Who knows? They might
absolutely
say something's coming along next week. I doubt it.
Yeah.
I think at best you'd get a kill team, but I don't think we'd have a full reveal, mainly because there was nothing in the trailer to suggest Steel Legion.
Yeah. I mean, my expectation is we will start to see more variant guard regiments as kill teams.
Yeah.
Not as upgrade sprues to the Cadians or the Krieg kits, but as their own bespoke, because that's how they're going to do it. The alien races, an upgrade sprue makes more sense. For Space Marines, it makes more sense, but for regular humans,
it's harder to do. There might be a way to do it, but I think it'd be a lot harder just on how those. I'm sure the Space Marine models were designed to be upgradable sprued rather than the Death Core, which are just I mean, I hear they're kind of fiddly models anyway, so
they can be.
Not much room left to.
I mean, for stuff you can do. I mean, last thing about Tiny Legend guy actually does a upgrade for Cadians.
Oh yeah, but the Cadians are easy enough to do. They're not.
Yeah, but this is the twist. It's designed. It's a set of 10 torso halves, and they replace the torsos of each of the 10 body types in the Cadian Guard Squad.
Sure.
You can have because those are, they're monopose builds, so they're fitted specifically 1-to-1. But they're with camo cloaks. So if you want Tanith with body armor, you can do it that way. But I mean, no, given what we've had in the last few years, Imperial agents, the servitor squad, the kill team, the rattling box, the sanctifiers, the holy nut jobs, I don't see anything being off the table for Imperial stuff in kill team, because they keep surprising us.
No, it just depends on how long it takes you to get anything, because kill team's not a real priority, like a secondary thing.
No, I mean they're going to announce the next phase of it.
Yeah.
This week as well as part of the reveal show, which I was expecting anyway.
Yeah.
I imagine it'll be tied into Armageddon, likely.
You'd hope so. I mean, it would make sense.
It'd make sense, yeah. But then they didn't do that with Warcry, which surprised me.
Warcry is dead now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame, because
that's probably why it didn't tie in, because it just died. They were just like, now we're done with it.
Yeah, but Warcry, if they had done a version of it that was and revamped it so it was actually set in one of these ruined towns in the post-Skaven Blight bursting for reality, it's basically more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Throw in Warcry in a ruined urban sprawl.
I assume the cynical business reason is we have 3 fantasy properties already with AOS, Old World, and Underworlds. Let's not split even more. Oh well, no. This is if you go into a store, you're gonna barely find anything Lord of the Rings related. That's why I wouldn't count it. That feels like a super specialized game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm shocked that Lord of the Rings is still being kept around. It's not. It's like saying we've still got Legio Titanicus. It's like I guess.
Yeah.
Or Legio, or the other epic scale
Legions
game.
Imperialis.
Yeah, that one. That's the new one. It's like it feels like there's barely anything that comes out for that as well. To be fair.
I mean, they do it in spurts for that one, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, it's like Necromunda. Just randomly they'll poop something out, and you go, "Oh, it's a thing." Oh, okay, all right. Well,
you think
weird.
they're gone, and suddenly, Jesus.
Yeah, but Warcry is gone, as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
There is Underworld's coming out. They got Underworld stuff coming out for Adepticon, it seems. I'm like, really? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean,
I guess it's popular still for some reason.
It seems to be quite a solid seller for them as an organized play game.
So
because I think because that's how it's been designed. You know, it's
designed to be boring for boring people who don't like good games. That's what I say.
Yeah, but the minis are fun. But...
Yeah, the minis are good, but the game.
I love messing with the minis, but I've got a stack of like all 3 editions of the game for the cards because I've never used them.
If you want some more cards, I can give you some cards.
No,
please, I don't want the cards. Gruff gave me his cards, and I didn't want them then. I was like, oh, okay.
Look, I have enough boxes. I have a box of HeroClix character cards. I have binders full of stuff for the Wizards of the Coast Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
The miniatures game.
Is that still going?
That's been dead for like 20 years.
Oh, okay.
I have a box of X-Wing 1.0 ship cards and stuff, and I have binders full of the 2.0 cards.
Oh dear.
Stuff.
Okay.
So I am good for.
You're carded up.
Yes.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 pre-show with me, Big D.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Talking about games and whatnot, and Big D's acquisitions.
Yeah. If anyone would like a stupid amount of HeroClix stuff, hit me up because I want to get a shot of this stuff.
Did you get the it wasn't called X-Wing, it was the skirmish game with Star Wars ships that I don't think continues anymore. I think it's been
Armada.
Canceled, right? Yeah. Did you get into that or not?
Yeah, I bought the first starter set. And I have an Imperial and a Rebel fleet.
They came pre-painted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
It was weird because the ships came pre-painted, but the fighter squadrons didn't.
Oh, why?
But that's fine. I think just because of how small they were and how they were packaged. Because they're literally
can paint them.
You put like 3 on a base because of how small they are.
Okay.
I mean, I actually quite like Armada. The few times I played it, it was fun, and the miniatures are actually quite nice.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything bad about it. It's just I know it's being cancelled for whatever reason.
The biggest issue was the price.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard. It was very expensive for whatever reason.
Oh, and it didn't help that I think this is a thing with. It was mainly with Armada that it was a big issue. Is that there were quite a few ships where the actual ships were a very small percentage of the volume of the box, and even the card content didn't take up that much space. But
so is there a lot of packaging for not much inside of it?
Oh god, yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, and don't get me wrong, the Imperial Star Destroyer is a massive miniature. It feels really good in hand. When they got to all the ships are actually really nice.
Yeah.
In terms of how they're done. It's just the frustrating bit is that they were getting to a point when it was under Fantasy Flight Games because they had just released the Clone Wars faction. So you'd had the CIS and the Republic fleet.
Yeah.
Same thing with X-Wing. They'd kind of just started to put out stuff for those eras, for that era. And then Asmodee told them to move it. It had to basically told them it had to move from Fantasy Flight to Atomic Mass Games. AMG didn't want it because they were quite happy doing Marvel Crisis Protocol and developing Shatterpoint. That was their thing. But someone at Asmodee decided they didn't want Fantasy Flight to have miniature products and to have AMG doing miniature products. They wanted Fantasy Flight to be board and card games and AMG to be miniature games.
Weird.
Yeah. The flip side of that is that when the stuff moved, none of the team did, from what I gather. So AMG got all the materials.
Yeah.
And like the plan for what was supposed to be going forward, but they had really no interest in carrying on. They weren't really set up to carry on.
Right. Set up to fail, kind of.
Yeah. And then, of course, you had a whole issue with COVID shafted things, because when they tried to, they did look at trying to tool things back up for X-Wing. They had announced they were going to reprint some of the harder the stuff from first that hadn't been reprinted yet.
Mm-hmm.
So stuff like the Starwing gunship from the TIE Fighter video game.
Oh, okay.
And stuff like that. Because they announced it, but then it didn't come out, and then they just they did some digital updates for X-Wing and Armada, and they just said, yeah, we're not doing anything anymore with them. That's it. No reprints.
No.
What's on the shelves is it. And it's a shame. I mean, for my part, there was stuff I was still trying to get hold of for both systems, to be fair.
Can you not get them cheap now? Because it's done.
No. Well.
Did he go the other way instead of getting really cheap?
It's gone the other way. However, there is a Spanish site selling some of the Spanish editions of some X-Wing stuff. I have the card stuff for it in English because it's stuff that was released across both editions of the game. And I bought all the second edition upgrade kits they did, because they did do a pack for each faction that had updated dials, cards, and all the cardboard you needed.
Okay.
Everything that was available for that faction from first edition. And so although they did redo some of the ships for second, it meant that if you already had it, you were fine. Although the updated version did actually tend to have slight retooling and a bit of improved paintwork and stuff. But, but yeah, there's a Spanish site that has some stuff for stupidly cheap. I mean, in theory, I could probably pick up a good chunk of what I'm still missing for about €200 shipped.
Okay.
But it would be a lot of plastic.
Right.
So it's a lot of stuff. It sounds like a lot, but when you look at how much stuff would be in that order, it's like, actually, yeah. If you look at the aftermarket prices for the English language versions, everything is way more. I mean,
so it might be worth doing then if you can.
Yeah, it's just been finding the right time to do it, to be fair.
Yeah, so. Like £200 not easy to drop, so I don't blame you.
No, it's one of those. It's in the back of my mind if I have
£200 spare, I guess.
Yeah, if I can get back into work, and I've got a few jobs I've applied for recently, so fingers crossed. Then
okay,
be the time to end of a first pay packet, have a bit of a treat, and just fill that gap in the collection.
Splooge up. So, yeah, why not, right?
Yeah.
You ready to get on a poopcast?
Oh, let's.
All right, I'm gonna hit the music, and we're gonna get going. Okay, music time, boys.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. With me, Andy Decade. Andy here. We're here to talk about toys. Thrilling 30 toys. And we're here with Big D this week, as always, to talk about toys. Hello, Big D.
Hello, dude. How you doing?
Not too bad. Are you still in your thrilling 30s?
I turned 46 at the end of February, so that'll be a no.
I'm at the tail end of my thrilling 30s. They were neither thrilling nor, well, they were 30, but they were not thrilling.
No, we were missold for bill of goods on that school, weren't we?
Yes, but then again, people said high school were the best times in your life, and I was like, you're a liar too. Then they said that your 20s are the best times in your life, and I was like, you're a liar as well. You lie. Nothing but filthy lies. So the question is today, were the thrilling 30s any good? Well, we did come out of, we came out of the next year, basically, after the Fall of Cybertron range, we got another range. So unfortunately, a lot of these, at least at the start, still kind of have hangovers from coming out of that era, I would say. Would you agree generally?
I'd agree with that. There's a couple of the first wave especially.
Yes.
That
literally Wave 1 Deluxe is a little bit on the ropey side. There's some interesting ideas in the Thrilling 30s. Again, absolutely. If I remember, like QC in terms of like wiggleability, like your sturdiness of the joints was still a little bit on the jaunty side. And Trail Cutter is a good example of being a slightly chintzy feeling. Like he didn't feel bad. He didn't feel Fall of Cybertron bad, but he didn't feel nearly as good as what we'd had up till then.
No, but it was a nice update of Trailbreaker though.
Yeah, and we'll get on to the specifics when we get to him, obviously.
Yeah, I mean, I did with Trail Cutter and Hoist pick up one of the third-party kits that gave them the more G1. So it gave Hoist his wings and Trail Cutter. What did he give Trail Cutter?
Gun hand, maybe?
Yeah, I think it was gave him his gun hand. Nothing more than that,
taking a guess, because otherwise he's pretty accurate mostly.
Yeah. But really, that was all I felt. Like I say, it wasn't a perfect figure. Like you say, you could still tell they were coming out of this phase of budget. But Trail Cutter, I think, was them. Of those first 4 deluxes, it's the one I tend to enjoy messing with the most.
I mean, that's obviously a personal opinion, so I'm just trying to think if that's the same for me. I'm like, maybe not. I don't know. I guess once we get to it, I can understand we'll figure it out. Yeah. I'm just pondering. My little brain's like churning, going, is that true? I don't know. But we do have a lot of Legends figures, because Legends were being pushed quite hard for some reason in this line. So we're starting off with, obviously, an Optimus Prime. All of the Legends figures also came with a little partner dude as well. These were not great, generally speaking, but they were fine, I suppose. It was like a really crap Micromaster that didn't really transform. In terms of their transformation, you basically lay them flat on their face, or that you stood them up, and that was reasonably about it. Optimus Prime came with a roller, because of course he did. Does it look like roller? No. But it is blue, so I guess it's close enough. Roller has a quote-unquote robot mode, and he looks just like generic Micromaster. He does have some sort of face, but I can't really make out what it is. And this Optimus Prime is designed to be IDW-ish of 2013 era, so he's got like
the split chest with the symbol in the middle, and
and the legs are very kind of IDW again of the time. Was this the time period of the kind of horrific movie designs meshed with IDW?
Yes,
I thought so, because the face looks like it edges towards that.
This was the era of where we'd gotten past all hail Megatron, and now we were in the let's get Guido Guidi to do Transformers game, but we'll make him do all the G1 characters with over-engineered movie-style detailing.
Yeah, that's what I thought, because it looks like Prime's head is not as bad as the artwork, but kind of in that vein, sort of.
Yeah, I mean, I actually like this design for Prime overall. Once they shifted from that aesthetic, it was mainly to do with faces where it was an issue.
Yeah.
Once they got away from that and just stuck to doing what people thought of as a Transformers face for everyone. I mean, I have not this figure, but I have the Combiner Wars Prime with that upgrade kit from SND to turn it into a giant IDW Optimus Prime, because I like that design so much.
Yeah, and for I'm trying to think. I don't think I had this one, And I think for a Legends figure, from the look of it, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice alt mode. In fairness,
like the front of it is obviously the back of the cab mode, which is are literally his feet, but his feet don't transform at all. Like, so his feet are just stuck up, kind of like the Wicked Witch of the East's feet under the house in Wizard of Oz. Reminds me a little bit of that. Apparently, Roller attaches to Optimus Prime's feet, basically in truck mode, for some reason, via two little gray pegs on the side of Roller's head. Apparently, they just plug into the bottom of Prime's feet for, I guess, a pseudo trailer.
This makes it weird because he's not a trailer in his alt mode. He's a car.
Yeah,
he's a little, and
like a Humvee, Range Rover, some kind of armored truck.
If they'd done him the classic G1 Roller alt mode, that could have worked. If they'd made him turn into a little trailer of some sort, could have worked. But that just seems weird.
It does. I guess it's a play feature, and I guess you could say he attaches to him in vehicle mode for quote unquote storage. But it's not an intrusive play feature or anything like that. But you do look at it and you're like, but why? What's the point? It's irrelevant. Roller does also transform into a gun of sorts. I guess for a Target Master kind of looking thing, it looks fine.
I mean, we've seen a lot worse Target Masters, let's be honest.
Yeah, like I'd say this is better than the original double Target Masters, because obviously they did nothing. This does more than that, at least, because it has movable arms and it doesn't have just one barrel that kind of unflips from the bottom of it, at least. So actually, there is that.
You know what my only criticism of that Target Master mode is? His gun, his Iron Blast, it should plug in further back on the body of Roller from like either a scope or a third barrel.
Yeah, maybe underslung it, maybe.
Yeah. Just something to make it, because that just looks horribly unwieldy.
Yes, for those not aware, the bottom of the gun mode, where the barrels are for Roller's feet, you get Prime's redesigned ion cannon, and you just stick it on the end of the gun. It doesn't even look like, from the image, for the gun's combined image, it doesn't look like a real photo. It just looks like someone's awkwardly stuck it there with maybe blue tack. But I'm guessing there is a peg there.
I think there is a gap, because you can see how the back of the blaster's got this slight angled piece on it.
Yeah, there'll be a real small tab, and I guess you awkwardly just slot the tab in there. But it doesn't look real. It doesn't look quite right.
No.
It also, like, Roller's gun mode anyway, I'm assuming might be a little bit tough on Prime's elbow joint. And then you add the extra gun on top of that to give it even more length. That's a lot of pressure on that one joint, and putting a lot of hopes and prayers into his balance at that point as well. So I'd say a little bit awkwardly designed, not desperately well thought out on that aspect. But for a Scout Legends figure, it's okay. It's okay. It's not great. But you know. And of course, there were variations, because there was a Nemesis Prime version. There was, in Combiner Wars, he was reused as Huffer and Pipes. And for Takara, they did their own version as well, because of course they did. So let's have a look at these. So within the Generations line, he got redone a year later as Nemesis Prime. And he came with Spinister, which I think was a redo of somebody else's Target Master dude, right? We'll probably come to it if we can't find it now. We'll probably find it as we go. So he comes with a little helicopter dude that's been obviously repainted to be Spinister. Not a bad idea. Paint scheme for this Prime is not quite the right turquoise, I would think, when you're giving him and even then it's like, is that Scourge rather than Nemesis Prime?
Yeah.
I guess we're in that muddy area of like Nemesis Prime and
his
Scourge.
Horse is his stomach and his thighs are this kind of weird off grey colour, which I'm not sold on terribly much.
I'm wondering if that's looking worse because of the kind of greyish background that is being photoed on, or if that's it looks a bit weird.
It might
anyway.
Be, in fairness, because I do understand the tone they've gone for to try and use it to tie the turquoise in with it. because they kind of echo one another a little bit.
That grey is hued very slightly blue, maybe, at least according to this photo, which obviously might not be.
I mean, it's not a bad redeco, in fairness.
No, it's just kind of what you would expect, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, what else would they have chosen at this time period? Ultra Magnus, I think, and that would have been about it.
I'm actually shocked this didn't get a white repaint, to be honest.
Maybe they would have if it kept going on long enough.
But then this was the period where they were starting to get in there. You know what? We've done a Prime. It's painting black and turquoise.
Yeah, it's an easy redo.
Repaint,
so it's okay. Nothing too special. Yeah. The Huffer version is slightly retooled.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah,
I don't remember him, but
yeah, they gave him a new head.
Yeah, one new head, and they took away the little partner. So I imagine, but I don't remember. Maybe you remember. Were they similar prices?
Yes, because
I thought so.
Because it came out in 2016, because they changed the line at that point. They ditched the partners across the line.
Oh, that's true. But you got a plastic, you got a cardboard card with him with all of his tech details on.
Yeah, and he kept the gun, which Nemesis didn't.
No, that's true. Yeah, Nemesis didn't have the gun, but he did have the partner. But Huffer doesn't have the partner, but he has the gun. What do you think of this Huffer? Because I think head design wise, it's fine. Color scheme wise, he's maybe a little too orange, and he's blue instead of being like lilac. But maybe they didn't want to try the lilac, I suppose.
I mean, I do like the attempt of a head sculpt to give it some beans to make it different to Prime.
Yeah,
but it's a valiant effort. I don't think it really succeeds 100%. Like I say, the orange is a bit too overpowering in places.
Really hard.
And I think it's also that just for the way it's organized doesn't really match how people think. I mean, it's Huffer. People don't really tend to think a great deal about him anyway, let's be honest.
Poor Huffer. No one gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Here's a question. If you changed him to be yellow, do you think he could have worked more as a Rector? Because I think looking at that vehicle mode, obviously it's not exactly the same vehicle mode because a Rector was like a future truck.
It would have been a better option than Huffer, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, I get it because they were using this line to try and get a few characters out that hadn't been done in a while to kind of keep the trademarks in circulation as well.
More than likely, yeah.
And the thing is, this Prime mode, on its fundamentals, is not inherently bad.
No,
it's got a good design to keep the line going, and fair play for actually coming up with the idea of using it for Huffer and Pipes, because I wouldn't have did that, because generally you think of Huffer and Pipes and they're always mini bots. They're small kind of yard tug kind of things. And this gives them proper Arctic style in a legend scale. So
it's an odd choice.
Interesting.
Dragon Nest says maybe toy companies were scared of the color lilac. They kind of were, to be fair.
Yeah.
If we look back at like Cyclonus figures, we still haven't got a really good lilac.
Oh god, yeah.
Cyclonus. We got the weird kind of not great lilac version for Kingdom. That's as close as we've gotten, and that was off.
Have they said they're doing a Studio Series Cyclonus yet? Because that might be it.
No, but I'm sure it's coming.
Me.
I'm sure that's going to come, and it's going to have a new head. I don't know if they'll redesign anything else, but I almost guarantee you'll come with a better head mold.
You know what I would love?
Right color, maybe.
The only thing I would ask for if they redid that mold is the Siege Cyclone for Studio Series Cyclonus.
Yeah.
Give us a way to lock the fucking knees in place.
yeah, that'd be nice. I can't imagine. Well, maybe they'd have to redesign the entire shin. I'm sure there must be a way to do it. That is, there must be
costly. A way. And the thing is, I don't dislike how the knees operate. It's just the fact that you can't lock the damn things into one position or the other.
Yeah, it was a bad decision. For some reason they did. Bizarre. Which were the other ones? Oh, Combiner Wars Pipes. So we got a repaint basically of the Huffer figure, but what if he were blue? It's not the right blue for Pipes either. They've done him in baby blue for some reason rather than dark blue, and they've given him a red face. for some reason.
And grey for most. A little bit of silver on the forearms, but otherwise he's a lot of grey in there.
Yeah, the grey that Nemesis Prime had, I think, oddly enough. This is actually very underwhelming color scheme-wise. At least,
it is.
Like, here's something. In vehicle mode, for some reason, on the side of the door, a lot of the figures have had, like, the correct color, and then on the top half of it, and then the bottom half of it has been their other color scheme. So at least here it's consistently blue, I suppose. So that's something. It's not a big win, but it's a basic repaint. It's a shame it's completely not pipes. Color scheme wise, it's just wrong. Wrong.
It is. Yeah, unfortunately though, it's also another case of, well, it's pipes.
Yep.
At this point, he was most famous for Overlord stepping on him.
Was he dead at this point? Had that happened?
2016, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
But even then, it's like, even if it's like the derogatory, like, who gives a shit about pipes, which, that's fair. If you're going to use pipes, get the right blue.
Yeah. You know what really sucks? I had pipes as a G1 toy, so I actually would have been down for when I heard they were doing an update of pipes, great. Then I saw this and I was like,
it's not right. It's wrong. It's wrong. Dragonless says, I think toy companies were oddly into gender marketing. I wonder if that played into it. I don't think so. Hasbro just seems to be kind of weird about getting the correct colors on their figures a lot of the time. Or at least around this kind of era. They were kind of off about it.
Hasbro's color matching. I mean, bless their hearts, they do seem to be quite willing to take repeated stabs at to get it right.
Yeah, but you wonder at that point if it's just like, are you doing this because you just made a mistake, or is this just like milking it for money?
Yeah,
I don't know. But yeah, I don't think it's anything about like gender marketing. Maybe, I mean, if you wanted to be cynical, maybe you could say that. Maybe they didn't want to go with lilac, but like a dark purple's fine, but not a lilac color. Maybe.
I mean, there's been a bit of that over the years.
Yeah.
It's why we didn't get a toy of RC or a little one or anything for decades. And even Beast Wars, it was only Transmelt 2 Black Arachnia that was an obviously female toy.
Yeah.
And that is a whole other basket of someone's issues that need to be dealt with.
To be fair, I don't think Black Arachnia Season 1 design would have been able to have been made into a Transformer, because that just...
Oh, God, no.
That thing just, like, it explodes. I mean, a lot of the Beast Wars Season 1 designs are just, here is a cat, it explodes, it is a robot. How? Magic. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
A lot of that happened for Season 1. That's why Season 2 onwards was competent when they were doing their toy designs or character designs. And why the toys were better too.
Yeah.
Then there was the Japanese version of this figure. So
they've got an alternate for the Target Master mode. I like that version. That works.
What do you mean an alternate?
They've got the blaster rifle further up.
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you meant it was a completely different figure. I was like, no, it's the same. But no, you're right. They've put the ion blaster way further down, kind of like what you suggested. Not exactly, but kind of like what you suggested. It's like, that does look nicer.
Yeah.
Better. So it is Japan, and it is the year 2013. So everything got metallic paint. Everything.
Yes.
Absolutely everything.
You can see someone in the design studio saying, he needs chrome.
All of the chrome. And a roller got chrome as well, funnily enough. At least in these images here, for some reason, it seems like they've not transformed him super well, because in vehicle mode, there's a lot more gaps visible. And I don't know if that's due to like QC or what, but it's, Japan got a chrome, at least in this era of toys. So next up, we have Bimblebee and Blaze Master. Oh, so Spinister was Blaze Master. So Blaze Master is a helicopter who is primarily a brightish blue, and then really shittily painted, let's say, gold.
Yeah, that could have done with another go over, I think.
Is it gold? I don't think it is actually. Is it actually gold, or is it like a really dirty yellow?
It's like, oh yeah,
you know, it's a dirty yellow, maybe that hasn't had enough coats on it.
Yeah,
this is the difficult thing because we know that
it's
yellow paint's
like
shit.
Yeah,
so is
it's
this
almost
the
like they've
intended
tried.
color or not?
It's like they've almost tried to go for like an aged gold, like a sea gold.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And it doesn't really work with the blue, does it?
No, and the question is it an age gold that they're going for? Or is it
I
just
might be giving them
painted?
far too much credit. I could be giving them too much credit there, to be fair.
I don't know. It's Hasbro, it's yellow paint. Yellow paint is shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, who knows?
Yeah, yellow, gold, they both can be pained in the ass to get good coverage on.
I agree.
Especially over blue.
Yeah. This is apparently the helicopter blade can come off of Blaze Master and go onto Bumblebee's forearm, which is kind of nice.
That's
like
cute.
That.
Yeah.
And Bumblebee seems to be sort of styled after Fall of Cybertron, War of Cybertron ish.
It's like they tried to give him a bit more of a. It's still not it's more of a hot hatch kind of alt mode. It feels a bit more earthy than Cybertron, but then the body of the bot, it does have all the hallmarks of that Fall of Cybertron design, which I do like.
Yeah, no, yeah,
how they've done that. Yeah, that's fun. That's neat.
Yeah, if I was to say describe the car mode, I would say it's G1 Season 3 Bumblebee if you got a new mode.
Yeah.
So if you look at like Hot Rod's car design and Blur's design, I think that this would fit well enough with those. Oh 80s
yes,
designs.
Absolutely.
And you're right. Yeah. He's got his little fat tummy, so he's kind of Fall of Cybertron-y. He's a lot of yellow plastic, and only kind of broken up by some black paint and some random red stripes on him. I guess to tie in with, again, if this is going for the Fall of Cybertron-esque feel, that's clearly meant to be like a energy.
That'll be my guess. Yeah.
Yeah. XL Hedge says, were they trying to give a War for Cybertron, Fall of Cybertron be an Earth mode? It's kind of what we're thinking is probably the case. Did you have this one, Big D, or not?
I didn't. I only had. I think I've only got a couple of legends from this run. To be fair, it was in the phase where I was really zoned in on Deluxe, Voyager, and Leader as my main collecting points. I picked up a couple of legends for characters who were supposed to be that small compared to the others. So if we get to Dave for Swerve, and I think I got one of the Insecticons when they did.
Well, you know why you didn't pick up the first waves? Do you know why?
Oh.
Let me tell you why. Because Optimus Prime had a deluxe figure called Orion Pax, so why get the Legends figure?
Yep.
Bumblebee had a deluxe figure, so why would you pick up the Legends version? Megatron had a deluxe figure, so why would you pick up the Megatron version? Granted, the Megatron is the minor Megatron, so kind of minor Megatron, but he's a tank. But even then, why would you pick up that version? You know, and it was once you, like you said, you got into the kind of unique characters like Tailgate and whatnot. That's when you go, oh well, I don't have these characters, and they're not getting done as deluxes, so I'll pick them up. Yeah, obviously.
Yeah,
obviously. But I'm pretty sure Dave had this. I think that will be another thing that you'll hear me say a few times. I think I remember fiddling with this and not being whelmed. I don't think it was bad.
Yeah.
I don't think I remember being like, ooh, this feels like dog shit. But I don't remember feeling whelmed. Like I just picked it up and played with it and went, all right. I didn't need it. Clearly it didn't inspire me to go and buy it in the future. So Bumblebee.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's competent. It's a very competent Bumblebee.
Yes,
at a budget price point.
And it didn't seem like he got a redo. Apart from the Cliff Jumper. Yeah, I was
the obvious.
Yeah, I was seeing if they did anything special. I didn't even see a Japanese version. So Cliff Jumper, is it the same head? I think it's the same head.
I think it might be. Yeah.
It looks it. Let's say yes.
Yeah.
So it's red Bumblebee, and he also comes with a yellow roller which is
and
weird.
Prime's Ion Blaster, which
why does he come with the Ion Blaster?
I'm assuming the Ion Blaster was on the same sprue as Roller, or some of Roller's bits, which is why it comes with him.
I guess, yeah. It's a good enough reason for me.
That's my best guess. But I mean, I actually do quite like how they've given Cliff's alt mode a little bit more flair.
I don't like the purple on it.
I like the purple on the black.
Yes.
But the purple on the red, it doesn't stand out. It needs that black to help it stand out from the red.
Yes, and oddly enough, the purple isn't kind of taken over to the robot mode either. So I guess they stopped caring about the Energon field. So then why have the purple on anyway? Odd.
Yeah.
Like, oh, yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough. XL Hedge says G1 Season 3 did give Bumblebee a new alt mode. They called him Goldberg. No, they called him, what was it called? Shit Piece? Is that what the Dr. Groove thing was called? I'll call you Shit Piece. Good old Goldberg. And Dragon said, I had a lot of random toys, and I had the Optimus Prime in the previous one without the gun guy. Oh my god. Do you remember if you enjoyed that Optimus Prime, Dragon Ness? Out of interest?
Yes. Tell us.
Yeah, tell us. I'd be interested to know. But yeah, it doesn't seem like there is a Japanese version of the Bee. But if there was, and there could have been, my prediction is it would be painted gold. That would be my guess. Yeah. I'm going to throw that out there. So, what's...
It's a... Oh, wait, no. There was. Generations Japan. Optimus and Bumblebee. It was a multi-pack.
Oh, okay.
If you look under Blazemaster... And
Blazemaster specifically?
Yes.
Oh, why is it like that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Why is it like that? Why would you do that? Okay, so yes, I was correct. You were correct. They made him gold. I think the metallic-y blue and I think they got the gold right on Blazemaster here at least. So that looks okay.
Yeah, that's a lot nicer.
Yeah. And at least you know it's what they intended color scheme wise. It's like, yes, I'm sure they meant that. That's gold. Yeah. If that's what you wanted, you got it. Yippee.
Is it weird though that I'm kind of bummed that they haven't actually made it Goldbug properly? Because the thing is, it's for one case of a Bumblebee who has the hood at the back that would fit.
That's true.
The Goldbug.
That's true. I don't think it would be a bad Goldbug, to be fair. And if Japan wanted to sell some toys to the West, they should have just made it Goldbug. Because people would have been... maybe not a huge amount, but there would have been people doing it. Next up, we have Starscream. Sorry, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, there is at least one person in this conversation who would have bought him.
Oh, big oh, no. You silly fool. You silly man.
I'm weak. What can you say?
We have Starscream next, of course. Who is in his F-15 Raptor version, so not a G1 version, so they've kind of made a G1 movie-esque version of Starscream here, who comes along with Waspinator, some reason. Why these were the choices made for the partners, I don't know.
It's because of Beast Wars where Starscream's ghost possesses Waspinator.
Of course. Waspinator turns into a gun. We'll say that in quotation marks. It's either a gun or an owner hole. I don't know which.
I mean, the idea that Waspinator becomes a gun by basically just shooting out of his ass is somehow apt for the character.
Yeah. No, I think that's correct. Yeah, that's not out of the realms of possibility. Starscream does come with his 2 null rays. They are fucking huge. They are way too big, but I guess for a legend scale figure, that's fine. I'm pretty sure, again, this was at Dave's. I don't really remember much about it, though. You can tell there's no waist joint at all, and it looks like it has like your basic kind of legend scale.
I will say, I can't stop looking at the size of his hands compared to the rest of him. His hands are huge.
And his head's very small. Very small.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's got some big grippers, which I'm sure ladies love. It doesn't help that his head is on the side of his head. It looks like he's wearing headphones because he's got the two
he does,
what would you call the clip?
It's for hinge for the cockpit.
Yeah, you got the two hinge for the cockpit on the side of his head, and then next to them you've got the standard red pylon part. So his head's well and truly enclosed in there. So he's got no neck articulation as well, shockingly. The Waspinator's not too bad. You can tell it's Waspinator. He's got no paint on him. He's lime green, and then silver wings and like a bluish tint on his eyes. But that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too many other possibilities for who that could have been.
No. Dragoness...
it is quite ironic for the Waspinator winds up with a deluxe later on in this line.
Yeah, again, yeah. So why get this? You could just get the Voyager, I guess. Sorry, deluxe.
Yeah.
Dragoness says, yeah, but because I had Optimus Prime, I assumed this random yellow mech toy I had was Bumblebee. It was just a Transformer I did not recognize as a kid. I spent my entire childhood thinking I was dumb. I was too dumb to figure out how to transform him. Oh, okay. I wonder what the yellow mech was. An Excel Hedge says, I will say they missed an opportunity with B to make him a repaint into Armada Hotshot and his Minicon.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
It could have worked. I don't think... Yeah. I think there was still wanting to stay far away from the Unicron trilogy at this point. Like 2013, they were like, everybody hates the Unicron trilogy. Let's not go to it.
Yeah, I mean, it was really G1 or Beast Wars where they were willing to dip their toes into, wasn't it?
Yeah, especially at this point. I mean, by this point, by 2026, we should have expanded a little bit. We have a very small amount, but not nearly as much. An Excel Head says Dorito Starscream. Yes, this he does have a little bit of a triangular body in design.
It's a nice jet mode, though. In fairness,
it's an F-15. Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of junk under the trunk, but again, legend scale figure, fair enough.
Yeah,
about as good as the Voyagers were. So what can you do?
Yep.
And I'm gonna say, because I haven't looked yet, I'm gonna say the generic repaints are here.
Well, his first repaint is not who you'd expect.
Oh my god, where is it? I've been shunted off of him. There it is. Okay. The first repaint is Acid Storm. Okay. That's a bit of a surprise. Green Boy himself. Oh, it's not bad. It's not amazing.
He's very vibrant, isn't he?
Very vibrant. Maybe a little... Well, it looks like they've gone, instead of for the classics Acid Storm, which was like the army camo look, they've gone for specifically the G1 one-time, one-frame version of him, where he was very, like you said, very fluorescent. No mini-com partner, though, or little partner dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Acid Storm. It's not bad. Looks fine.
No, not at all. And then they reused it in Combiner Wars for
who?
Too.
For who? Thundercracker and Skywarp? You'd never guess. Well, but they did it anyway. I wonder why they mistransformed him for the Thundercracker image. They didn't flip his wings up for some reason.
They've done the same for the Skywarp as well.
They haven't.
How weird.
They have. Why? The joint's there. I doubt they've got rid of it.
Yeah.
Bizarre. Maybe, I was going to say maybe we're trying to go for the wing design, but no, because wing design would still be in the wrong position. So, I don't know. But yep, this is Thundercracker. That's Skywarp. Any thoughts, Big D?
I mean, it's nice that they gave people two completely different price points for the Seekers.
Oh, true.
This is the point where you could either have them in Legends or Leader class.
That's true. Yeah. Because in Combiner Wars, they did poop them out in that scale. They were the same kind of jet as well, weren't they? They were an F-15 then as well, right?
They were kind of an F-15 with a bit of a sci-fi edge to it.
Yeah. Bizarre.
Yeah. I mean, they're not bad repaints, though, in fairness.
No, it's not bad at all. It's just exactly what you would expect. That would be my problem with it. It's like, yep.
Yeah. There's nothing surprising about them, is there?
No. Strangely enough, the Japanese version does not go full on metallic.
That is a surprise, isn't it?
And if you wanted to see that link, do you know how you have to look at it? You have to go through Waspinator as well, not through Starscream's links. Again,
so weird.
Wiki. So for those not aware, the color scheme for this figure, they've just gone standard G1 cartoon coloring. And you'd be like, but wasn't that the same for the original version? No, it was slightly different. And it looks like, to be fair, it looks like the the red's been painted metallic-y red here, at least. Just like, oh, okay.
I mean, I actually do like that deco, to be fair, because it's a little more, like I say, it's more G1 accurate. It's a little more subdued in some ways.
Yeah, it looks like, hang on, have they painted the earphones around his head red? I think they have.
They have, yeah.
Well, that's nice. I bet that paint.
Or I wonder if that's just been cast in red.
No, because that would
be an interesting one to.
No, because that would be the entire nose cone for the chest.
Oh yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, so they tried to hide at least the big headphones, so that's something. Waspinator looks less
a little
vibrant.
more subdued, but
yeah, pretty much the same. But yeah, a lot less blazing in your face. So, okay. Dragon Nest says the yellow mech was a Metabot. I remember Metabots. Does Big D remember Metabots?
I think Metabots is from outside my time.
That's fine. It was on Fox Kids or Jetix, I think.
Yeah.
XL Hedge says Thundercrack and Skywarp going for the Crosshairs trench coat look. Maybe I think it's just someone was stupid and didn't photo them correctly or transform them correctly. Never think that it might not just be people being stupid, because it might be. So that's Starscream done. We had Thrilling 30s Megatron and Chop Shop. Now I'll tell you the only reason why I wanted this set was because I wanted Chop Shop. Because this was I think this was our first Chop Shop figure.
First one since the original, yeah.
And funnily enough, with Shrapnel coming up, the next year after this, so the next 2 years after this Shrapnel came out.
We'd get him as a dedicated Legends figure. Yeah,
it'd eventually come out.
It's so weird.
Yeah. So we have minor Megatron.
I was going to say, somehow I hadn't really paid a grid of attention to the Legends scale at this point. I didn't realize that Megatron in this was his minor incarnation. Yes. That's kind of cool. Yeah.
The idea behind this isn't bad, to get the IDW minor Megatron while he was still a jobber. However, the color scheme is kind of dog shit. And this is primarily because his shoulders, the hinges that are on the shoulders, the gun and his thighs are all in this really gross kind of beigeish,
pearly pink, fleshy color.
Yeah, pearly pink, beigeish kind of color. And it looks really cheapy and nasty because, I mean, if you look at the design, I think it's clear that his arms should be at least the same color as his chest, which is a really dark, like Iron Warrior's metal color. I don't think he's ever had this gross beige color on him. I think if it was colored to be that more than it is what it is here, that would have helped. And then the rest of his color scheme is like his legs are a very, very light Dawnstone gray kind of color for some reason.
I mean, if the gun had been black and the rest of the arms that formed the turret and his legs were the same gray as his forearms, that would have worked a lot more consistently. But yeah, bless him.
I'm pretty sure he was a little bit on the floppy side, but I'm not entirely sure. He was obviously fairly straightforward to transform. Not a terrible tank. The turret could move left and right, and I'm pretty sure because the way that the gun had a ball joint in the forearm, I'm pretty sure that could move up and down.
Yeah.
Again, some tanks in this day and age, at least a price point, can't manage to do that. So, always worth mentioning.
Actually, I think it may have been a little compromised because of how you got the section at the back of the cannon.
Oh, yeah.
But there is an angle on that, so that may have given you a little bit of room to
I think it'll probably tilt up a little bit, but maybe not a huge amount. Yeah. To me, though, the star of the show was Chop Shop. He could, quote-unquote, transform into a Stag Beetle mode by falling forward. You could also open up his legs to give the illusion that the Stag Beetle was going to, like, fly. The wings were opening up kind of deal.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure, I think you can even slightly tell that as you open up the legs, the pincers open up as well, so he could go into his his because he didn't turn into a gun, he turned into bull bars.
A mine plow, I think he's supposed to be.
That's a better idea. I was thinking bull bars for a Range Rover or something, but that's...
that is a shit job to be told you're going to transform into, though.
You're going to drive over mines and maybe
what am I going to be,
boss?
A gun? A sword? No, you're going to jump on the front of my tank mode. I'm going to hit mines with you.
Yeah. Not the best. He does have a peg in his chest, though, so he can be held as a pincer claw, I suppose. But I think his Stag Beetle mode is pretty nice. I love the colors on him. They've got the Chop Shop head design as well. That's on the figure as well.
The robot for him is quite nice. It's quite distinct. I like that robot.
Yeah, it's cute. It's like it's not like a chibi version of his alt mode or robot mode, but it's like, oh yeah, look at him. He's just a little guy.
Yeah.
Mr. White says, I always liked the way it looked like Megatron could fire his arm at you. Could fire his arms at you in a futile but entertaining tactic.
No, that's the old Final Fantasy VIII, was it the Alonzo cannon, where the girl shoots her dog off her arm, which is so weird.
It's fine. The dog explodes. It doesn't ever die, though. Don't worry about it. He says, hi all, by the way. Hello, Mr. White.
Hello.
And Chop Shop was cool. He turned into a field seed dispenser. Oh, that's a nice way. See, Megatron doesn't sow destruction. He sows the fields. That's what it is. That's this Megatron. I don't think terrible, to be honest. I just think the color scheme really lets it down. Does he come with... This mold was also served as the mold for the non-toy Beast Wars Uprising incarnation of Megatron, and was retooled into Generations Combiner Warpath. Okay, I remember the Warpath. Beast Wars Uprising Megatron. Let's click on that link to see what that is. Let's see if it's anything.
I think that was the prose and comic strip in the later
Yeah, probably just been used for artwork. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. And then Warpath for Combiner Wars. I don't think he comes with Chop Shop.
But his colors are a lot more consistent. And new head, which is clearly Warpath's head.
Yes. The only downside is his hands are painted gray. So in tank mode, it does look like, again, he's just holding the gun. But the new head's nice. And like you say, the color's consistent, so that also helps.
And again, this was our first Warpath for a while.
No,
it wasn't. No, I tell a lie. I'm telling a porcupines.
Yes, we had the Legends figure from a couple of years ago, I think. I can't remember how long ago.
And those for Generations 2.0 Deluxe.
The Deluxe figure, which was obviously way better than this. So it's interesting that they went back to the Warpath mine.
Yeah, that is weird, isn't it?
Who could you have done this guy as? I think he could have been... People would have been... Maybe have been annoyed, but you could have done this as Bludgeon. Maybe not Skeleton Samurai Bludgeon, but he would have been fine enough for... Like in a robot
Bludgeon? Yeah. You could have maybe done him as Hardhead. No, Hardhead would have been a tricky one.
What's his name? The double target master. You know.
Quake.
Quake. Could he have been Quake?
Ooh.
Because that's how he transformed. Kind of like his arms came together and held the turret back in the day.
He might have worked as Quake, to be fair.
Yeah. If you wanted to be cool, you could also have included 2 little shitty minicom partners with him that this line came with. I don't know who, but Roller. You could have given him Roller because that's close enough to one of them. I don't think we've had another land vehicle yet, have we?
No.
Wasbinator, Chop Shop. No. Maybe if we maybe you do 2 versions of that and just color them differently. That could have worked. I would have been fine with that.
I think you only did have the 4 Target Masters. They did another one for Swerve.
The digger. So there's another 2. Yeah, and Tailgate had the excavator.
Yes, they did. Yeah.
Then we'll talk about the excavator because it's not very good. We'll talk about that in a moment. So is there there is, of course, a Japanese version of the Megatron figure who is painted up to look like G1 Megatron and looks pretty damn good.
Fat rocks, yeah.
Looks pretty damn good.
That's a lot nicer.
Yeah, it's in of course, metallic-y kind of paint job. So it takes you so far. And for some reason, they've made chocolate chop shop. Dark chocolate chop shop.
I think that might actually have been the colors the original toy for Chop Shop was colored in Japan.
Oh, maybe.
I think I'm sure I've seen pictures of that original toy in a darker color palette. So
either way, it makes me think of literally dark chocolate, which I'd put in my mouth and have a chew. I think that looks quite tasty, to be honest.
Sally, the orange makes you think it'd be a dark chocolate orange. And
you ruined it! You ruined it! Fuck Terry's chocolate orange. They're all awful.
And the stripes like a creme filling. It's like no.
The cream, maybe the cream filling. Maybe we all like a bit of a cream filling now and again. So no reaction. Okay, fair enough. Mr. White, Mr. White says, "GoBot tank." Yeah, it kind of looks like a GoBot-ish kind of tank. And Mr. White says, "Please don't knock chocolate orange." I will. It's gross. If I ever have like chocolate orange, Mr. White, and you're nearby, I can throw it at you. You can have it. I don't like it. Ugh. And Dragoness says, "I have no objection to getting a cream filling." There you go. See? Everyone likes a nice creamy filling. Everybody, especially Mr. White. Is that true? Maybe not. Who knows? Big D, we're a liar. Because Cosmos had a space shuttle, Swerve had a different target master, and Tailgate had a different target master.
Oh, yeah.
So we have Swerve next, specifically IDW Swerve, who did get an upgrade kit, who I assume Big D got. Did you
Funny enough,
what was the gun called? Because it was
my first blaster.
That's right. Swerve got his My First Blaster upgrade kit from IDW.
Yeah, sadly not. I have the base figure, the American version of the figure, and it's annoying because the Japanese version has it colored as his first blaster, which is kind of fun.
Oh, it does. Okay, we'll have a look at that in a bit. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, Toy Hacks do stickers you can put on.
Ooh, that would be a lot of
target
stickers.
master.
That would be a lot of stickers to try and convert it, I would imagine.
Yeah.
I'd say this is really good. This is a really good little figure. I got this. He's really nice and posable. He's incredibly accurate to IDW design.
Oh yes, yeah.
That's something about this era. Like when they did a comic character, they made sure to look like the IDW versions of them. We really haven't had since.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because people do kind of. It's weird to think now, but that era of IDW Transformers comics, it had the longest single run of Transformers.
Yeah.
As one solid continuity.
Yeah. For better and for worse, obviously, because it was ropey.
But for designs they were putting out for this particular era, the Marvel meets VI Robots in Disguise era for comics, they were making the toys. They matched up a lot more in some cases. Yeah.
Yes, this wasn't Windblade. The first Windblade figure, which is terrible. In terms of looks.
Nor was it a case of where you suddenly had a Drop Shop, aka Cybertron Defense Scattershot, turn up in All Hail Megatron. Fun to see, but still a bit like, hang on.
Why are you here? You don't fit with everybody else. But this were really good. I can tell you why figures don't look like this specifically, because it doesn't look like a G1 toy. It's a stylized version, thus it can't exist in 2026, which is a shame. But again, this is a fairly simplistic kind of Transformer. But look, what does he have on him that Transformers generally don't have now? I wouldn't blame you if you don't get it straight away. You'll probably agree with me when I tell you, though.
Go on, tell me, because I'm...
An expression.
Oh, yeah. He's got his big cheesy grin.
Yep. Yeah. He actually has an interesting, unique expression, which a lot of Transformers now do not have sculpted onto them, which is sad.
Yeah.
His Minicom partner, they don't show an image of it in its robot mode, but it's not much.
No, it's not terribly exciting. You just stand him on his ass
you
fold
the wings back, and I think you flip the nose cone up his ass a little bit more. The gun mode's actually pretty good, though. To be fair, I think that's actually the gun mode's more convincing as a gun than I think most of the other ones we've looked at so far.
I mean, as they got into this line, it's one of those things. The first couple do tend to have kind of sucky partners because they're still getting their eye in, but these ones, this what, the third, fourth wave,
something like that.
They kind of started to nail it. So
let's not go too far because tailgate's a different. Tailgate's a different story. we'll get to that.
Actually, no, 3 out of 4 is not bad.
I'll take it. It'll do. If these things would load up, they won't. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. He was also redone for a non-toy version of Swerve. Oh, so he's a background character in the comics for Shattered Glass. The color scheme's actually not too bad on him, to be fair. Was this mold used for anything else? Swerve was retooled as Generations Gears. We'll look at that one first. So he has a new head.
Yeah.
Oh, we also get to see the jet.
And it is Gears.
It is Gears.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, though, the head sculpt doesn't make me think Gears. It looks a bit more Brawn to me.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not saying this would serve as a good Brawn figure, but I don't think they got the head right, because like Gears has a very distinctive, like half a Baby Bell shaped head.
I'm trying to think now. This done in Brawn colors, I could almost see that.
I think it would be okay. I don't think it would like. I think it would hit it more.
Yeah, I think this head design they chose for Gears may have been done with the intent to do a brawl down the line, and they just never got around to doing it.
Be an interesting idea if that was the case. Obviously, you do Gears from Swerve because that's that's how it was originally done. So that's what you do.
Yeah,
so that makes sense. I think the gun's disappointing because instead of him being in a dark blue, they've just put him in a light grayish blue. So it's too similar to the previous version, at least in my eyes. Let's see what people are saying. Mr. White says, I'm not commenting on my creamy filling, thank you. Huh. Not on being filled, just his own filling. Interesting. XL Head says, my boy Swerve, I need a new Swerve and him to always come with my first blaster. Well, unfortunately, XL Hedge, that's not very G1 of you. So that's not going to happen in this day and age of 2026, because we do have a Swerve coming, and it's very much the G1 toy, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm torn as to because I'm actually quite happy. I like this version of Swerve.
The IDW
making
one.
him, having him be even smaller than the rest of his Autobots is kind of funny. I like that.
Yeah, I agree. Dragon says, I grew up on 2010 3D animated. So I grew up with a different design. Some are really significantly different. They are, yes. Transformers designs have gone through a myriad of changes over the years, and I would argue stagnated a little bit since the later movies when they started just hammering G1.
Yeah. I appreciate seeing other eras get rolled into G1 to try and make them fit together, but there is a little too much homogenization of designs.
They're not careful. The potential of it killing the brand, I think, is pretty high because you need new people. Mr. White says the style of those IDW series was remarkably stable. Yeah, for the most part. Yeah. Is that head just unpainted? Is that head just unpainted? The Swerve head? I mean, it's not. It is painted. It's painted silver, and it looks like the gray is painted as well on the inside of the face. It's just not very swervy, unfortunately. At least not in my eyes. So we had Swerve, or Gears, I should say. Then there was the redeco for Oil Master. Who's Oil Master?
I forgot about this.
Oh, I remember Oil Master. This was a set I really considered getting because they actually made a Pretender shell for it.
it's a really fun looking Pretender shell, isn't it?
Oh, it's great because wasn't the Pretender shell based off of unused Pretender from back in the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, so for those not aware, for what BotCon was this, Big D? If you can have a quick
2015.
Look. 2015, for one of the big kind of pieces, they made an entirely new shell. And for this Swerve figure, they repainted, and I think they gave him a new face. Because he looks like, is he grinning, or is that like a grimace?
It's a grimace. That might just have been how they've painted the face, in fairness.
Maybe. Either way, this Swerve figure could store inside the big gorilla mode, which is how it should be. Was a really nice idea. And then he came with another repaint of his Target Master dude into red and white, which looks like a Micromaster color scheme that I'm not getting off the top of my head. Does it say on here? Serves as Flaker.
Oh,
no, that was just his name. Flanker was just his normal name. It doesn't say that he was based off of a specific color scheme. As far as I can say. I'm sure it is, though. It looks like a Micromaster I've had. I'm sure. So color scheme wise for the Swerve, they've done him in purple and grey, which looks quite nice. They've done some random Tampo stuff on the side of his door, which I don't think looks great because it's only on the side of the door. If they continue it to the front of the car mode and the back of the car, maybe that would have looked a bit better. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, if you're gonna have obnoxious tribal artwork, it needs to be everywhere. Otherwise, you're just showing you can't afford the rest of it.
Are you speaking from experience?
No.
You liar. So yeah, I completely forgot about Oil Master, and then there was a retool into Double Pretender Optimus Prime.
One of the old Collectors Club subscription service mini figures.
That's right. Did this actually happen? Because it's only a 3D render. It looks like it might not have happened, I'm assuming. So what this was it was Oil Master, so it was his Oil Master shell.
It shipped with the Double Pretender Megatron in the subscription service 5 wave.
So it did happen. Okay. So yeah, it's the Oil Master monkey shell repainted to be a bit more heroic-y colors, and then the Swerve was given an Optimus Prime head, and then it was just kind of colored that way, and then Flanker was colored in silver and white. So okay.
Yeah, we probably should take a look at the Double Pretender Megatron as well, because it is based on the Combined Horse Megatron Legends figure.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, we didn't talk about this. My bad. Yeah, yes, I forgot about this one as well.
With another new Pretender shell.
Yes, strangely
not as fun as for Monkey, but still nice that they did it.
Wasn't this Pretender shell meant to be a bit more of a reference to like a Headmaster?
It's got a bit of. I think it's supposed to reference a bit of Starscream. In fairness,
okay. The reason I said the Headmaster was because it looked like it had the head stuck on the back of it. If you know what I mean.
Okay, it's redecoed from Grand Maximus Double Pretend.
That'll be it.
The Pretender shell, which makes sense.
So yes, it was a Headmaster Pretender shell. Okay, good. I'm glad it wasn't crazy. So this Megatron was the Megatron with the tiger stripes on it. So it's like a minty green color with dark green tiger stripes on it.
Yeah, it's the obnoxious camouflage Megatron, but it's not G2.
Yes, not the best version of G2 Megatron. And also the Minicom partner, which is the one that comes with Cosmos, has been painted up to look like a previous Collectors Club Astro Train, the redo of Jetfire, the Armada Jetfire into that Astro Train. That's the color scheme they gave this one, and called them Space Wars.
Yeah,
which is quite nice. Not bad.
Yeah, I dig that. Yeah,
good catch, Big D, because I completely forgot about this one as well. And it's cool because it's one of these weird like you won't see a lot of these out in the wild, obviously, because they're limited to a very specific Collectors Club kind of thing. It's kind of sad we don't get a Collectors Club anymore because it did vary in quality, but
yeah. And if you're trying to get it outside the States, it was
a pain.
Yeah,
you didn't do it.
I mean, I got one Collectors Club figure, and that was my subscription one for subscribing to the club for a year. That was, they did that repaint of Classics Hot Rod
into what?
as Robots in Disguise, as one of the
brothers from
Robots in
Yes,
yeah,
whoever it was. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, which Probably not the best example to go with, but well,
you didn't have a choice. You paid the subscription. No. That was the figure you were given.
Yeah, and then later subscriptions just got more and more expensive, and the shipping got more ruinous. It's like,
yeah, wasn't great. I mean, you got some interesting, unique figures at least. So.
Oh yeah, so some of those subscription figures they did were genuinely fascinating to see what they could throw up.
Yeah, definitely. So that was Swerve, and the next one up we've got is Cosmos. This, I'm pretty sure, was a pretty hard figure to get at the time, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people were super jelly about people having this or not having this.
I think I have the reissue for Titan's Return, the slight retool they did, yeah. Because I never got around to picking up this version in that nice kind of saturated salamander's green color.
Yeah. And this mold's really good as well. He turns not into exact replica of Cosmos's fat UFO saucer. He turns into more like a more modern interpretation of a flying saucer.
Yeah, not as kind of not as traditional sci-fi flying saucer. More something more fun, kind of like one of those weird.
It's something you see in the sci-fi movies, like an old sci-fi movie. It's if you've ever played Destroy All Humans, it's a similar design to the saucer in that, which is obviously based off the old designs. But in terms of transformation, this was really good. I think he does suffer a little bit from being a little bit shaky and wobbly because he's ball jointed. But from a reasonably flat pancake shape, he makes a pretty decent robot, like in terms of a silhouette.
Yeah, it's quite a nice. I mean, the way it actually does fold out is genuinely interesting.
Yeah. The only thing I'd maybe like it to do is the knee parts. If those could have clipped in to the foot part, I guess you could say, that would be nice because the knees and the foot don't really click in. They're just on a pin joint.
Yeah, that is probably the only real downside. But otherwise, I mean, he's got a waist swivel.
Yeah.
He's surprisingly well jointed for a figure of his scale.
Yeah, and his partner's not too bad.
Yeah, and it's freaking Cosmos of all characters who's gotten it.
In terms of his partner, it's not too bad. It is a white shuttle with a black interior and little head. It's okay in terms of how it transforms into a gun. Get the wings and you kind of flip them up and you stick his arms up into the air, and that's good. Oh no, you grab the bottom of the feet and you push them up to his waist as well. So kind of it makes it looks like the engines of the rocket ship have become barrels of the gun. So it's not too bad. It's pretty decent. Yeah. It's like this is probably the standout figure so far in terms of like transformation because he's more interesting than Swerve because he does more than Swerve. And I think he looks a bit better than Swerve. I think Swerve probably holds together a little bit better because Swerve doesn't rely on as many pin joints to hold him together as like Cosmos does, but this is a really good one.
Absolutely.
This toy was recolored into Adventures Adams. Adams? Like family?
It's fair name for Cosmos.
Oh, okay. That's a stupid name. Color scheme wise, he's not nearly as saturated. He's just more of a military green. It's a little bit boring, I'd say.
Yeah.
In comparison, I think they've picked out some parts that were done in black, like his engines that were done in black on the back of the saucer. They picked those out in yellow, and it looks like
like a black trim around the front of the ship. That worked. Yeah.
And I want to say that his chest has been painted a little bit better as well, right?
Let's just do a quick math.
Yes, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, but they've used quite a nice metallic blue effect on the windscreen, which I quite like.
It almost, I don't think it is. I think it's the way it's been photoed. It almost looks like it's darker on the outside of the boob, and as it gets closer to the center, it gets lighter. That again might just be the photography.
And putting that Autobot symbol in the middle as opposed to on his shoulder.
Yeah, that was I think works a Yeah. I think this one's better. This Cosmos has individual eyes versus the Hasbro version, which has the sunglasses eyes.
Oh yeah. Huh.
Does that mean? Does that mold have eye? No. Does that... Though that head doesn't have individually molded eyes, right?
No, so they've just painted... That's really interesting, because I'm just looking at the...
Unless it's a new head mold that has specifically designed eyes, but I can't imagine they'd do that. That would be a bit too silly. But even so, that means like a tiny Chinese boy has been working his little tiny Chinese hands to the bone and painting on very small blips of blue.
Yeah, I mean that's digging out your micron-sized one hair paintbrush territory.
Especially if you're trying to get them all reasonably accurately shaped as well. That would be unpleasant. Cosmos.
Yeah.
XL Hedge says, love Collectors Club Sideburn. Okay. More than Big D does, apparently. Mr. White says...
He's fine. Still in my collection, so...
Hates him for some reason. Mr. White said, Adams is a fine name. No, only if you add family at the end of it. Upstanding sword will go far. He'll go to space, he will, apparently. So that's Adams. Did he have any other redos? Yes, he did.
Yeah, he had two. They reissued and slightly repainted him for Titan's Return as Cosmos.
Oh, we don't have a picture of that, though, do we? Oh, no, we do. Yeah, slightly further down. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
So what did they change about him?
They just painted him a darker green.
Oh, really. I thought you said they remolded.
No, the remold was our next contender, which was a real pain in the ass because you had to decide which Computron box set you bought.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't in both of these, was he? Scrounge.
No. You could have the Takara version, which had the much nicer robe.
Oh, that's right.
Toolings for each of the individual members, or you bought the Western release of Technobots, and you got Scrounge as a freebie.
Yes, and you had an awful. You bought it for Scrounge primarily because the Technobots in that set were crap.
They weren't great.
They were crap, especially compared to the Japanese one. Jesus. Again, we'll talk about that next time we. Yeah. Well, not next time, but when we get to Combiner Wars.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh boy,
I'm looking forward to that one because that's a line and a half.
Yeah. So Scrounge, he has a new head, and if Scrounge is definitely a deep cut for people who like the Marvel comics.
Yeah.
To me, I didn't give a rat's ass, and I think he's a little. To be fair, he's a little bit of an ugly figure because he is just yellow.
He is. So was Scrounge in the comic.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He was an ugly, weird dude whose one gimmick was he was obnoxious and had a really good set of microphones in his arm. That was it.
Okay. I mean, I wouldn't be adverse to getting a Scrounge in the future. I just hope that I'd like them to be a bit more liberal with how they paint him. They were pretty accurate here. They tried to do something by adding like extra bits of red onto him. But
given the Scrounge in the comics turned into a wheel, which is somehow even less exciting than Cosmos's original alt mode looked.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is the best figure they could have chosen to do this as a deep cut. You know?
Yeah, I mean he is round, so he is a wheel of sort, a space wheel.
Yeah, and it worked because. Jesus, around this time this came out, did you see a lot of those Technobot boxes going for sale without Scrounge included?
It's like, why are they selling this set? Oh, because it didn't have Scrounge in, that's why.
Yeah.
Mr. White says, let's be honest, folks went nuts for Scrounge. They did, yes, just like Big D said.
Yeah. Because it is a deep cut and unexpected, so.
The old crusty fans were happy just to get him. Yeah.
Hey, yes, I resemble that remark.
Crusty Mr. Big D. Ho, ho, ho. Right, so that's Cosmos done. Next up is Scrapnel. Not Shrapnel. Scrapnel. I completely forgot. This guy has a new Target Master friend as well. He came with Reflector.
I always forget if he came with Reflector.
Same.
I always forget that.
Well, didn't he get... No. Did he get re-released in Combiner Wars or Titan's Return?
He got released in Japan.
I'm sure there was a version of him that looks at... Yeah, Power of the Primes. It says Power of the Primes. There's a version of him here. It might be a Japanese version, but he comes with that reflector there. I knew he did. I knew there was a version. I'm fucking crazy. So this was our first like proper shrapnel, not scrapnel, for a while, and again, this was pretty good, to be honest. I mean, between this and the deluxe, there isn't arguably a huge amount of difference, to be honest.
Not really. I mean, it's an update of the classic Stag Beetle look, and yeah,
he's maybe a little long in bug mode. Like if you wanted him to be G1 accurate, like he would be a lot more squished. But I guess you could say it's more accurate to like Fall of Cybertron ish.
Yeah.
If you wanted to squint and say that. I really liked how his shins transformed. So you'd fold his feet down, and then you'd grab the side of his shin, and then you'd just pull it over the top of it. And I thought that was quite neat. And again, it wasn't too much of a transformation. Wasn't anything too crazy. I think the entire chest moved up, didn't it, to cover his head? Which is probably why he kind of got too long in some ways.
And some fun engineering in it.
And Reflector wasn't too bad, and you could use him as a camera, or you could unfold him to be a really shit gun, because he wasn't a desperately good-looking gun, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean,
but
honestly,
you
just use him as a camera, surely.
I would.
I mean, he even has the poster in the backpack and photos to do it. It seems weird that this figure, if any of the target masters they did for this didn't need an actual gun, it's Reflector, because his camera looks like a fucking gun in the first place.
I guess you say then, but then you can't really just sell him as just a blob of plastic. You need to give him a bit more, and he has to quote-unquote transform to be like the rest, I guess.
They could have at least sold this from the fact that it's a really good target master figure. They could have spared the faffing about, but
maybe they could have.
What do I know?
Maybe they could have hid some of the camera mode and made it so that when you quote unquote transformed it transformed into the camera a little bit more, rather than just kind of unfolding into a long, awkward looking gun, which is odd.
I do love that the gun is basically formed by you basically split him at the feet effectively.
Yeah.
Half the body falls forward, half falls backwards. It's like someone's taking a knife to him down the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of horrific in a lot of ways. But yeah, I like this figure. I think it's a good, solid one. While initially announced under the name Sharp Shot, at San Diego Comic-Con it got changed. Shrapnel got redone into Zap Trap. Also for Japan as Shrapnel, and then as Chop Shop, as we said. So let's go for Zap Trap. Oh, Zap Trap is the Diaclone version of Shrapnel, so he's red and black.
My eyes.
Yeah, he's one of those.
God, that's
ones.
A saturated red, lordy.
It is, but that's the Diaclone version, or the B Hobby, whichever one it was. I'd just go with it's okay,
Yeah.
Which it's exactly what you'd want on the tin.
Eventually gives you that weird scanning sticker on the chest, which
it does have some nice metallic paint on the pincers. And it looks like they've painted the face a little bit nicer. And he does have paint on his shins as well, so he's got yellow on his shins. So that's nice. But yeah, he does have the fucking ugly Adventures blob on his boob, not his boob, well, his stomach. Isn't great. And then Chop Shop, who got remolded very, very slightly. He got a new Chop Shop head, but this is, again, it's kind of weird that this happened when it did, because obviously only a couple of years prior, we had the little one, which we talked about earlier.
Yeah, so weird.
Wait, it's nice though. Are the feet remolded? No, the feet aren't remolded, are they?
I don't think so. I think it's just because of it, because it's not black plastic. You can see more detail that's in there.
Yeah.
I like that they did it, because we'd had the Target Master as a deep cut, but Target Masters were kind of a bit of a nothing burger. But to actually have Chop Shop them to take the time to do with a new head as well,
It would have been nice if they redid the pincers, but okay, fine. At this time, at least they did the head.
Yeah.
It's not exactly accurate. It's a little bit tweaked, but it's good enough,
Yeah. But when it came out, it fills the gap quite nicely.
Oh, yeah, definitely. XL Hedge says, I thought Scrounge's gimmick was being, in quotations, Blaster's best friend that no one ever heard of nor cared to bring back in any way. Is that true?
Pretty well. it's more. He died pretty graphically because he was in the first arc that took us back to Cybertron.
Okay.
And this is when you basically had the Autobot Resistance was Perceptor, Blaster, and that second wave of mini-bots. So Sea Spray, Beachcomber, Warpath, Power Glide, and Cosmos. And Scrounge and Blaster were like a spy team. And Scrounge's whole thing was that he had these he was really an asshole who suffered from a massive inferiority complex. So he kept trying to prove himself. And it ended up that, well, he had an encounter with Lord Straxus. And Straxus's thing was that he had a smelting pit.
Yes.
And Scrounge got dumped in it.
Is Scrounge okay? Is he safe?
Well, that's the thing. When Blaster and the team arrived to save him, there was only really his arm, his torso, and his head left. So he pulled the data chips with his information he'd gotten out, tossed them to Blaster, and then dropped himself back into the pit.
Oh, wow. Damn.
Yeah. I mean, this was Blaster in the G1 Transformers comics was a seriously morose character, and this was a big part of why. Because he'd watched a person who he kind of had a bit of a love-to-hate relationship with. He found him annoying quite a lot, as did everyone else. And in the end, he kind of went out doing the heroic thing, doing the whole self-sacrifice. But as with a lot of these G1 UK comic only. Actually, no, he was an American character. Yeah, was he? I think he might have been American. Yeah. Yes, he was from the American run.
The biggest selling TF comic of the UK comic run.
Oh,
that's Mr. White's words. But next up, we have Tailgate, IDW specific Tailgate. I don't think, transformation-wise, this is nearly as well done as Cosmos nor as Swerve. He's a little bit more fiddly. He's got weirdly designed feet. So he's not as easy to stand either, and his arms are quite long. So proportionally, he's a little bit on the wonky side. He does make for a fairly nice car, though.
Yeah, I mean, proportion-wise, he actually does match how Tailgate looked in More Than Meets the Eyes, because he did have a lot of arm to him.
He did, that's true.
Not a hench, but his proportion. There's a lot of that comic detail, so the chest, the ribbed effect on the legs, just for the general proportions, do fit. The only weird thing is that he's got the classic Pontiac Firebird alt mode from G1, which isn't what the character had but then Swerve didn't either, so fair dues. But it is nice that they did take this design and tried to turn it into a Legends figure, though.
They tried. I don't think it came across as successfully as Swerve, though. And he does, unfortunately, have a lot of just like back kibble. It's basically the entire top and back section of the car mode, which is quite distracting. Maybe the figure would look better if you could remove that, but obviously you can't. His little partner is an excavator kind of thing. Transformation from his shit, you just stand him up. And in terms of gun mode, he doesn't really have a gun mode. He has a gimmick where the claw on top of the scoop extends, so it's more like a cow catcher kind of thing.
I think he's supposed to be an EOD drone in his alt mode.
Sure.
And then the idea is that the target master mode is, again, it's like a bomb disposal grippy thing. You pick up an explosive and get it out of the way. But I'm probably stretching a lot to justify it, because it's not great, is it?
No, it's one of the weaker ones, I think.
Yeah, I mean, at least he has arms, which
most of them have arms, though. To be fair.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think any of them don't have arms. I think
movable arms.
Yeah, I think they all have movable arms. You can think of one that didn't have movable arms.
No, you're probably right. To be fair, yeah.
Yeah, granted, that was the only articulation they had, but you know. So yeah, I'm not a big fan of Swerve, but again, this was a big hot seller that everybody wanted to get as well. I just think out of the three we've just talked about, this is the weaker of the three. But he did get redone. He got redone as Wind Charger for Combiner Wars, which again is the obvious choice that you do because he was like that originally. So they did remold his head, which is okay. This isn't as good, nearly as good as the previous Legends Wind Charger that we'd had. Would you agree with that?
I think I would, yeah. That 2010 Wind Charger it does have a lot going on, but it does kind of blow this one out of the water. I think this Wind Charger kind of shows off how they were trying to get the figures to still have a level of they weren't as complex in some regards. So this was we'd moved from the 2010 era of Legends where things could get super complex even down to the Legend scale, and then this is comparatively simpler.
Yes, yeah.
This engineering. I mean, there's stuff I do like, but I like the head sculpt quite a bit. But overall, I think Tailgate is actually a better use of this deco for one because there's more going on, especially on the alt mode.
Yeah, I would agree because it's got the little blue flames on it, so it makes it a bit more interesting.
Yeah, I mean, this felt like the obvious repaint of Tailgate, and it's clearly intended to be Tailgate more than Wind Charger, which is much like Swerve. Swerve was obviously intended to be comic Swerve rather than Gears, who didn't really have a presence in the comics.
So that was
kind of interesting when you think about it in that regard.
Yeah, so that's Tailgate. We have the Timelines Croc and Night Racer. This one's actually not too bad of a redo. Black with blue. Kind of a little bit similar in some aspects to the Shattered Glass Bumblebee. Not completely, but a little bit. It's missing, obviously, the yellow, but...
Yeah, I do dig the alt mode deco. That's nice.
Yeah, the blue, like, swishy, almost Nike ticks that kind of go along the side of the car makes it look really nice, and the big Decepticon insignia right on the front. Again,
actually,
pretty good.
You know that blue stripe? It's almost a Nightwing style.
Yeah. I can see that, yeah. I don't know what it is about... You say Nightwing, and I look at it, I'm like, I can see where you're coming from. That makes sense to me. I think this one looks good. I think it's a pretty decent color scheme, to be honest. Obviously, he comes with the same Minicom partner, which is a bit on the side, but whatever. And then there has to be a Japanese version of this figure, right? Right? There must be. Where's Tailgate? Tailgate and Groundbuster. Click on Groundbuster. No.
Actually, no, there is. They've given him more of a G1 deco, so they haven't got the Flamebird decoration.
Whereabouts is it? I can't find it.
He's literally just underneath.
I'm so fucking dumb. Yeah, it's literally just underneath. Yeah, you're right. It is just a standard. They've even got more like metallic paint on him, so they've metallically painted his face and the front of the car. They've taken off the fire effects, which is a bit boring. And he's in a much darker turquoise, maybe-ish color.
Yeah, and somehow the white feels more solid on this as well.
Yeah.
Might be the lighting they've used, but on the dark black background, but it feels more substantial somehow.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's hard to explain, right? But it does look like... It looks more white than the other one for some reason.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine.
The other one's got a slight creaminess to him. This one's got a much colder white going on.
Which again, like you said, could be just lighting and whatnot. But I think maybe it is just a whiter white. I don't know. Next up, we are moving on to the deluxe figures. So we have the figure that you mentioned right at the start of the show, or pretty much, which was Tail Cutter, not Breaker, Tail Cutter, because they lost the rights to the name.
Yeah.
So, I'm trying to remember. Again, this one kind of felt a little bit chintzy. It was a nice redesign of Trail Cutter because it was his IDW look, right?
Yeah, and it was a nice chunky design. I think the biggest issue I had or have had with him is how the shoulders plug in.
They're just on really small tabs, right?
Yeah, and that silver plastic they've used has got a slight. It's not a full. It's not a full rubber plastic, but it's got a slight rubberiness. It doesn't always secure itself quite right.
It was the cheapness of 2012 Fall of Cybertron line kind of continuing on, right?
Yeah, and it's a shame because this is actually this had a lot to like about it. I felt of this initial batch of deluxes, I came away feeling more impressed by Trailcutter than the others overall.
Mm.
We'll get to the others in a moment. This one, yeah, we're still seeing the side effects of that, the cost cutting measures they had in the previous couple of years.
Yeah, you can tell with the giant holes in the shins and the calves. It's just a massive gaping hole in them, which at that point we weren't really used to from the Generations line, which were fairly tidy.
Yeah, but as a kind of a mission statement for June, especially to do an IDW stylized take on a character, that they were taking that inspiration. It's quite a good mission statement just to show that they can do it and just to see what they can build on further. So,
and it was an improvement over the Fall of Cybertron line. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's a great figure, but it was better, and I'm happy enough with that. And I really did like the vehicle mode. I think the vehicle mode is a nice updated trail cuttery kind of looking thing.
The only real gripe I had is that if you wanted to store the shield / blasters on his back, you had to poke his force field projectors off on his head backwards.
Ah, right, okay.
Yeah, one of the things the upgrade kit I got did was it gave you an additional connecting point on his back, so you didn't have to worry about that.
Yeah, because you're gonna have the force field thing over the back of his head. You got to.
Yeah, it's kind of his silhouette, but yeah, I still have this and his hoist redeco, so I was quite happy. It gives me the fact that it is the IDW character. It's obviously that take on him. So,
Transformers Prime should have brought Scrounge back just to dump him into the smelting pit. Damn, that would have been rough. And Mr. White says, and Trailcutter had a lovely solo comic in IDW. I don't remember it, but I'm sure it. No, I think it vaguely remembers.
Yes, yeah, because it was one of the ones who got a spotlight, partly because of this. So Spotlight came with.
Oh yeah, because a lot of these figures, at least the first wave, came with a little mini comic, didn't they?
Well, pretty much all the Thrilling 30 figures came in very American versions came with the comic.
That's right. But the English ones didn't. We had this weird packaging, didn't we, where it looked like it was missing something because it was.
Yeah, there was a licensing thing which meant that in the European market, which included us at that point, you couldn't include the comic.
Man.
But then I bought a lot of these at either online as imports or at conventions.
Ooh.
That's where I was getting most of my Transformers at that point.
Okay.
It was especially for this line, because they weren't really showing up in Toys R Us. And that was kind of like the only shop I had local.
Them up in my local Toys R Us.
Well, it was weird that you could never guarantee what was going to come in. So I was kind of pre-ordering stuff to make sure I got it.
Okay.
And I mean, it was a neat way to do it, because the Spotlight series was a fun little idea that the IDW run had over the years.
And varied, obviously, in quality.
Oh,
good
absolutely.
Idea,
yeah. Just to do a batch of one-shots over a couple of months to give characters a bit of extra focus and to see what's resonated with people.
Yeah. Exilhead says, R.I.P. Skybound Trailbreaker. Okay. I don't read that comic,
God,
so
yeah.
And
somehow he had a more grotesque death than IDW Trailcutter did.
Okay.
That's saying something.
Mr. White says, and his minor role in the comics had had a pretty massive impact. And Mr. White finishes by saying, even I have this figure. Oh my god. Mr. White doesn't buy things, though. That is weird. Okay, so redos of this figure. We have Hoist, and in the timelines, he was turned into Lift Ticket. There was also this toy was also served as the basis for a non-transformer character Flatline. Wings of Universe Turbofire. I guess that's a new figure. Or maybe these are all non-characters. Shattered Glass Trailbreaker and Shattered Glass Lockdown. Let's have a look at those lockdown. Okay, yeah. So blue Trailbreaker for Shattered Glass. Lockdown for a super deformed Lockdown figure where he's grey. Okay.
See, I actually I always did like the fact they used his design as a basis for Flatline in the comics.
It's not a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I'm having him now use Armada Hotshot, not Hotshot, Red Alert. That works. Part of me still wishes we'd gotten an update using the comics design, but I'll take what we can.
And you mentioned you had Hoist. Hoist was just a slight retool of the previous figure, obviously. So the back cover had been changed, so he didn't have his little roof, but he did have a new crane, which could turn into a faux gun kind of gun, and he also had a new head design. I didn't have this one at all. I got Trail Cutter, and I didn't get this.
I got him. I kind of went a bit nuts on this line. I think I ended up. I think the only. I think I have every mold at least, and there's I think I might only have one character missing from the deluxes.
Do you remember which one?
Oh yes, Megatron.
Oh, okay.
I have a version of that. I think I have the movie version of it.
Okay.
That they did, but it's the only design I didn't pick up at some point. Right. Otherwise,
do you have anything to say about the Hoist figure? Was he different at all in terms of build quality? Do you remember anything like that?
I think the shoulders were a little more secure, actually.
Okay.
From my remembrance,
came out a year or so later, right?
The blast, the crane into the blast was a nice touch as well. I like that.
Yeah,
that was fun little gimmick. Helped differentiate the two.
Well, that mold. Specifically, the Hoist one was redone into a Buck-on toy as a lift ticket. So it's that toy, but in red and has some hazard stripes on him. Which I think is based off a Toy Hobby exclusive. An E-Hobby
I think so, yeah.
Right? Or something like that.
Any
thoughts on this? Because it is just Hoist, but what if red?
It is just Hoist is red, but they've done enough with alternating the deco, so hazard stripes on the side of the truck rather than on the crane. It's not a massive palette swap or anything. Overall, it is literally just swap for red for green for red, but it works, you know.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a reference to a obscure toy, so it's like okay, fine, okay. Nothing too crazy there. Did we miss a version of this guy? What about the Japanese version? I didn't see a Japanese version, unless I'm stupid, which is possible. I don't see a link to one.
No, I don't.
I'm sure he got released in Japan, though. I'd be surprised if he didn't.
Yeah, I think a few of the Thrilling 30 ones, I think it was one of the lines that had a bit of a weird one for their release in Japan.
Okay. Let's say we won't discredit that there may or may not have been one, but we cannot confirm via TF Wiki whether there was or wasn't one.
Yeah.
At least not
I'm just trying to think now. I don't remember, because I generally can't remember seeing Takara versions of a lot of the Thrilling 30 stuff. I know eventually we got some of the Asian exclusive retools for some of the Voyagers, but but they were a different thing. They weren't mainline releases, and I cannot remember seeing these. And this was, I'm the sort of guy, I'm on HobbyLink Japan, I'm checking listings for a few categories fairly regularly, and I honestly can't remember seeing these.
Okay.
I wonder if I think they may have been having a bit of a a break because they had the Adventure line, which was almost entirely Legend scale, and United didn't really kick off again until, I mean, the Combiner War stuff was mostly big box sets that they did. They didn't really do those individual stuff. It was kind of Titan's Return era when they started back up with the massive, the really big redecos for
the
deluxes and the like. Yeah.
Well, Mr. White says the G1 Trail Cutter had a horrific near death in the first UK comic story, Nightmare Stuff.
Oh yes, good. Through was it him or Grapple that had a bunch of metal sheets thrown through his torso?
Jesus. All right.
Yeah.
So moving on from Trail Cutter, we have Orion Pax, an Optimus Prime figure. Probably our first Orion Pax figure, I think.
Yes. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this was the first.
And robot mode wise, I think robot mode wise, this is pretty good. Vehicle wise, it's a little bit confusing.
Yeah, the vehicle mode's weird because this version of Pax, it's around Pax. He's never supposed to have an Earth mode. This actually doesn't look like his alt mode from the comic either. In fairness, but this is it's a very kind of like one of those dragster style trucks you see,
or
put
like
together,
a
one
weird
of those
Dodge
Speedway.
Viper.
Yeah.
But then the thing that confuses me is the random grey bits at the back. Because they're not really like meshed together to look like panels.
No,
they're just kind of
it's more
there.
It's more giving you the impression of his trailer without giving him a trailer, you know?
Yeah.
And in for one shot, he has the trailer. That's what makes it even funnier.
Yeah. Comes with his Iron Blaster, comes with a big energy axe. They awkwardly store on the side of his vehicle mode. I know Dave had this, but I don't really. I'm sure I fiddled with it, but I don't really remember much about it. I
picked this one up maybe about 5-6 years ago, I think.
Oh, so recent-ish.
Yeah, more than most of this line, in fairness. Not any particular reason. It was just there were other figures I wanted more.
Sure.
If you know what I mean. But I saw this for a good price, and so I picked it up, and complete in decent nick. A little loose on some of the joints, but no more than a few of the other figures of this time were. So I thought it was a win. It's all right. Not great. I mean, it's another one of those cases where it could probably have done with being a Voyager, even though it's Orion Pax. I mean, the comic they packaged this with is weird because it's from the period where IDW had Orion Pax being a super cop.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it's around that era.
Yeah, before he became Prime, and so this is him in having a slight modification to his body because of Wheeljack, which that never goes wrong, does it? Wheeljack tinkering with you, never be a problem.
Don't worry about it.
So before this and afterwards, he's in that kind of iconic design that they've used for that Shattered Friendship set a couple of years ago, where he's got the 2 arm blasters and looks quite hench before he becomes Optimus Prime. So this is a comparatively svelte take on him, but it works for Iron Pax. It's just a bit confused in terms of the alt mode, like you say, as to what it wants to be. I mean, if it had been a full-on, like Generations Cup, where they turned him into an Oldsmobile type pickup rather than his sci-fi pickup truck mode, cool. I could see that same style working here. But they've tried to kind of have both edges, you know?
Yeah, I don't think the weird mix between an Earth alt mode and a Cybertronian alt mode really goes well together. There's a weird balance I think you need to get, which is probably quite hard to do, between just a square, like some of the Fall of Cybertron designs were just boring squares, and then you go into this design where it's not appropriate either. It just looks like a slightly odd Earth vehicle.
Actually, that's it. They've tried to put some of the War for Cybertron design in there as well, with how the wheel arches, fairings flare. So Yeah, a lot of ideas mashed together here, and
I'm not against the design in principle, and obviously I can't talk about the toy, and how it handles.
I mean,
but
for
it doesn't
robots,
look too bad.
No, I mean, the robot is quite fun to mess with. To be fair, I dig it quite a lot. The alt mode just is confusing.
Yeah, I can see that. In terms of redos, this was recolored and retooled for Leo Convoy, strangely enough, Nova Prime, and Galva Convoy. And the mold was designed to be a pre-tool of Cup, alternate head, ultimate head that remains unused. Also, was this one of the things that was like shown in the instruction manual and they never got around to doing? Yeah, must have been. Because this would have made an okay Cup figure, to be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not perfect, but you'd be like, yeah, okay, yeah, mostly works.
It might have made a bit more sense as Cup.
Yes, yeah, I think that's fair to say. Has it, when I've clicked the link, has it actually shown me the toy? No. Oh, there's an image of it. Did he actually? He must have got a toy of it, right?
They didn't do a Cup in this period.
No. Lio Convoy. There it is.
Oh,
it took me 500 years to scroll down to it. Nova Prime popped up. Okay, so the Leo Convoy for timelines looks again pretty interesting. Has a new designed head.
Yeah.
I like the tampo of the maximal symbol on the translucent window. The translucent window now being red. I like the fact that in a weird way, the vehicle mode almost, if you squint a little bit and drink a lot, drink a lot of mercury. Yes, it looks a little bit like a lion face.
Yeah.
Which is quite a nice idea.
Yeah, I mean, I like that slightly shiny, almost pearlescent white they've used as well.
It looks super glossy in the photo. I'm sure it's not that glossy. I think that has to be a Photoshop render or something like that, because I guarantee it can't be that glossy. That's really glossy. I think this turned out pretty damn well, to be honest, for a non-lion pre-Beast Wars Lio Convoy.
Yeah, I mean, I think I remember when this got announced, people were like, "Oh, that's interesting. I dig that."
Yeah. I guess the only problem is the forearm has the issue that the original figure did, which is just it's
very
empty.
Hollow.
Very hollow.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Sadly, another sign of this particular period.
Yeah.
Especially.
The Nova Prime, again, it doesn't work as well as the Lio Convoy, but it sort of still kind of works in vehicle mode. The weird panels that were the main in Lio Convoy almost look like they're going for the wing design, so it sort of works. It's got a new head as well, which again, it's like, oh, that's Nova Prime-y. Would you say this work? Would you agree with me? Do you think it doesn't work as well as Lio Convoy?
Not as well, but I think it does still work, just not as well as Leo. I mean, it is everyone's favorite bastard from IDW at this point, isn't it? Yeah.
Sentinel Prime.
Yeah. Nova Prime. Oh no, yeah. Oh yeah. Which one's the bigger asshole, Nova or Sentinel?
Well, Sentinel was bright and orange, which was quite funny because he was very vibrant.
Yes. Oh yes.
I wish they'd been a bit more liberal about the face designs between Nova and Sentinel, because they do just kind of mush together design-wise. Like, if you colored them black and white, they get a little bit similar. And then there was Galva Convoy, which was an evil version of the Lio Convoy, which comes with a book. What's it say? Redeco of Timeline's Lio Convoy, itself a retool of the thrilling Orion packs. Galva Convoy was a customization class exclusive for BotCon 2015. There you go. He transforms from robot to Cybertronian truck, battle axe, blah, 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 proton blaster, energy axe. For those who completed their assembly of Galva Convoy in the class, an additional Covenant of Primus accessory was given to them based on the tome's appearance in Beast Wars cartoon, and an additional Matrix of Conquest accessory was raffled during the customization class. That's rare. 7 winners on Wednesday, 9 on Friday. These 2 items were both handcrafted by Japanese fan Miyu. If it's Miyu, shouldn't there be an I? M-I-Y-U? Miyu? That's a bit weird. I don't know if that's misspelled or what. And the included written materials clarified that neither were endorsed by Hasbro. Well, there you go. Fair enough. So for a customization class, nothing crazy. Quite fun, though.
Yeah.
Quite fun. I really like the Covenant of Primus. A shame that's... Oh, no, it was the Matrix of Conquest, which was the rare thing. The Covenant of Primus, that's quite fun to have. I like that.
Yeah, and the fact that there's only like 16 of them.
Of the Matrix, Matrix I.
And the Covenant. They were all raffled, weren't they? Oh, no, that's it. No. If you completed it, you got the Covenant. And if
you just had to finish.
Yeah. And the Matrix was raffled.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still fun, though.
Neat. Yeah, and the color scheme's okay. It's a Galva Convoy, so it's the Galvatron color schemes on the Lio Convoy kind of deal. So it's pinky, lilac, purple, and black. It looks good.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Different, which is nice.
Yeah. XL Hedge says the only thing about the comic I remember was Orion Pax bitching to Wheeljack that this body didn't come with a faceplate. All right.
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
They
introduced Rack and Ruin.
Oh, okay. They ruined Shattered Glass Optimus Prime for me with Shattered Glass Unicron, making him a good guy because Shattered Glass Galvatron had already happened. I think just generally Shattered Glass is a bit of a messy thing that they never really thought
as a concept, fine, but anytime they try and apply storytelling to it, it gets real messy real quick.
Yeah, because that means Primus is evil or something like that. It's like cascading things. You can't have the same characters, but just like good or evil, and try and have it. You can do that, but don't try and set a concurrent narrative around it because things get very awkward and confusing if you do.
I think there's space for a Shattered Glass setting, but it needs to be a bit more thought out.
100%. Planning is important when you do these things, I think.
Hedge
also... Oh, go on.
I was going to say, it was a fun riff on the old Star Trek Mirror Universe initially, and then...
It's a great idea for a fan-run convention for Hasbro to take it on. I think Hasbro should have put a little bit more work into it. They half-assed it and just went, we can just do it. People already know what Shattered Glass is.
Didn't they? Yeah.
So, for God's sake. Come on. XL Hedge also says, Nova Prime, in this case, was Shattered Glass Prime, upgraded by Unicron. Okay. Why not? Sure.
That's a sentence that makes my head hurt in so many ways.
Yeah, well thought out. Next up is the one that Big D didn't have, which I did have, which was the Stealth Bomber Megatron.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember a lot about this figure. The way that they did the fusion cannon was interesting. I remember this, you basically pulled off the wings or the tips of the wings, and then you kind of mushed them together, and it extended a little bit to make this new interpretation of the fusion cannon. I thought that was a neat idea.
It's an interesting take on Megatron.
Yeah, visually, I think it was a good look for him.
It's another one though where I'd say even more so than Orion Pax, much like Generations Galvatron, this needed to be a Voyager, though.
It would have helped a lot, yeah, certainly.
Yeah, because stature-wise, he's noticeably shorter than most of the other deluxes of the line.
Yeah.
Sadly.
He's got a weird distribution of color. Like, he's got a very vibrant purple, and then a very, very light lilac-y color, and then a kind of metallic-y bluish purple on him as well. And the main issue is how stark the vibrant purple is on him. It's somewhat, I find it somewhat distracting, but I don't mind the overall design, and I think the stealth bomber itself looks nice. I just wish I remembered more about the figure, but I guess it wasn't interesting enough for me to remember the actual toy for whatever reason.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. It's probably the most solid of these first four.
Maybe
deluxes.
Yeah, because I remember Bumblebee was the one everyone said was the bad one. I never got it, but I remember people did not like that Bumblebee. So yeah, maybe Megatron flops into it's the okay one. I don't
but
know.
you always felt that he needed to have been a size class bigger, especially for how he was depicted in the comic that he was packaged with as well. But they wanted to have, because this was the 30th anniversary line, they wanted to have a Megatron and a Prime at an easily accessible price point, which is why they were in the Legend scale as well.
Yeah.
So this was other than classics and the movie lines, this is one of the rare occasions Prime and Megatron up to this point were in the same release wave.
Oh, Japan did a really nice version of this, actually. It's in a 2-pack with the Orion packs, which we didn't look at because I'm stupid and I didn't realize. But the Megatron's done in like proper black, because the Megatron we got in America was more of a grayish black. The metallic purpley blue color is just silver, and he's got a lot more of it. And he's actually got a lot more of the purple lined detail on him, including on his head. Like all of the detail, the molded detail that should have been colored before is now colored.
That is a lot closer to the artwork.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot spicier. I dig that, yeah.
Hang on, let me go back and find the Orion Pax figure, because clearly I was an idiot and didn't do my due diligence.
Oh, he's very metallic.
Oh, there he is. You have to scroll down way too far. Yeah, yep. He's very, very Japanese metal colored. It's kind of what you would expect. I think the Megatron's more impressive from Japan, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
this design has had decent figures done since then, because I think there was was it Flame Toys did a model kit of him?
Oh, of the Megatron Stealth Bomber.
Yeah. I think stature-wise stands a lot more impressively.
Oddly enough, I don't think he's had a lot. I don't think he's had a lot of versions of this mold. There's been even from third parties, they haven't really touched it because it's not G1, so makes it a bit on the rarer side.
Yeah, I mean, let's say Flame Toys did it as one of their releases, if I remember.
Yeah, one of the non-transforming ones.
Yeah, but then this was also kind of when the third parties and the KO makers weren't really touching the Generations line a great deal.
Not really, no.
They were touching more of the movie lines and some of the easier ones to do. So,
and in terms of redos, he got done into Calvin Johnson Megatron. Calvin Johnson being an American football player, because I had no idea who the fuck this was. So it's just a recolored version where he's got the Megatron reformatting lines on his wingtips, but then nowhere else on the figure, and then he's in this very purpley bluish kind of color. I don't like it that much. It looks like a background character color scheme, you know?
Yeah, that does feel more like it's random goober number 5.
Yeah, it's not very interesting, I find.
Yeah.
He was done into Dreadwing for some reason, partner of Smoke Jumper, which it's not a bad idea. They've even given him the G2 insignia on his stealth bomber mode. He's nice and blue and vibrant, and they've given him a new head.
Yeah, the weird thing about this one is that it's both G2 Dreadwing and also G1 Dreadwing, because in the comic the character was quite blatantly written as the G1 character, very morose and kind of fatalistic. Just given this quite nice, actually, color deco based on the G2 figure, which
it's not bad.
Yeah. And I mean, for 30, they did try and do bits from the history of the franchise. It's why you had a couple of Beast Wars characters turn up later in the line. So.
Or at least for the Legend scale figures as well. You had the Walker pop up and whatnot. So I like this one. I like the work they did on him. This mold was also reused. No, it wasn't. This mold, not the resculpted head, got a brand new head, Stealth Bomber Megatron, was made for Croc, which I do remember wanting, because he actually did come with his alligator partner as well, which was just a Arms Micron figure,
That's
if I remember.
Quite nice.
Yes, he has the complete Croc color scheme, so he's very crocky. He's got his incredibly vibrant green on him, and like I say, a brand new head to make him look like he should do. And yeah, this is obviously one of those ones from the BotCon stuff where you're like, oh damn, that would have been nice to have.
Yeah.
can't remember which one it's 2015. I can't remember. Oh, that's why I didn't get it, because it was a figure subscription service 3.0.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, which had like some quite interesting ones in, but not enough to make me go, yes, I need to jump in on this. And it's fine, because like 2 years later, I got the Titans Return Croc anyway, so I didn't care too much at the end of the day. I still have that. It's cool. And then this Megatron figure was also used for some reason for the Platinum Premier Edition version of the Last Night Megatron, which doesn't really work, but feels like a half-assed. Like the robot mode's close enough.
It's an interesting set of colors they've used on it.
I like grayish,
and the new head
goldish,
is interesting,
and a bit purple. It's okay color-wise.
Yeah. And it's nice if they actually did do a new head sculpt as well.
Yeah, it seems weird that they did. Like, why would they bother? But it was nice that they did, 100%.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember if this is the version of this figure I own, or if I actually do have the Megatron version, but I can't remember.
Mission
I can't
to
remember where
Cybertron
it is.
Deluxe set. Does it say who it came with? Fat. Oh, hang on.
Oh, it was for.
No.
I think it was just for line. But they were calling it Mission to Cybertron.
No, maybe you're right. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, a weird one.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna cut out Wasbinator. We're not gonna do skids tonight, Mr. Big D. The last figure we'll be doing tonight, because the time's getting on, is Bumblebee. Yay! No one liked this one, or at least not a lot of people like this one.
I like this one.
Of course you do.
Yeah.
Why do you like this one?
Well, I like it mainly because of what it represented for him in the book, in the comics.
But not the actual toy.
The toy has its charms.
Oh my god!
It isn't perfect though. I dislike the weapon he comes with immensely.
Yeah, the weapon's really bad. It also has ugly ass painted yellow on it. Needed 5 more coats on to make good. What was it meant to be? Because you meant to get these two halves and like plug them together into this weird.
Well, I think they're supposed to plug onto his arms as like energy. You know, the energy blades he uses in certain versions of the franchise.
Had he used energy blades at that point?
He'd had them. He had those stingers in animated.
Yes.
And I think that's what they were going for.
Oh,
but honestly, most people who tend to use them just get that walking stick upgrade for him, so they can have him on post war Cybertron. But it's an odd figure, I will admit.
Mr. White says this is the bee with deeply uncomfortable looking feet. That's an interesting way to describe it. Yes, they do look slightly odd.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure most people had it, like an issue people had. I don't remember what it was. There were issues with the shoulders, right? And the door wings.
The door wings are weird because they don't really fold out properly and they don't fold in properly. So they're in this weird position of taking up a lot more space than you think you should. If they went one way, if they could open up fully to 90 degrees to the shoulders, great. Or if they could fold in 90 degrees to be tucked up behind the shoulders, either one would be great. But you can't do either fully, which is a frustration. I mean, I think my biggest issue with this figure was the knees more than anything, because I think I remember them being a bit awkward to get the kibble to lock into place.
Okay.
The feet are actually, they look weird, but they are surprisingly stable.
Okay.
Over years. I mean, I'm the weirdo who bought both mass release decos of this guy.
Okay.
Actually, I didn't get Goldfire, but I did get Nightbeat. But it's an odd one. I do like it just because it was trying to take what they were doing in the comics, making B. Because if anyone's not aware, at the time in the comics, B had been elected leader of the Autobots. They gave him a mini-series where he was trying to prove his worth, and at the end of it...
That Bumblebee mini-series was dog shit.
It was so bizarre. And then at the end, they have him rebuilt into a bigger body.
That's right. There's this body, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't Wheeljack in it as well?
Wheeljack, Hot Rod, I think, was around being a dick.
I think it was only like 4 issues.
4 issues. Yeah. With B dealing with imposter syndrome.
Wasn't he fighting humans or something like that?
Yeah, he was involved with a scientist who...
Is that what it was?
And trying to
Clearly, I remember way more about the shitty Bumblebee mini than I thought I did, because I don't remember much, but there's these random details. I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar.
It's an odd issue. Yeah, I mean, like I say, this figure does have some really badly painted yellow in places. Yeah, yellow. They really do struggle to paint it, don't they?
I
mean, the actual bits that are cast yellow actually look pretty decent, I find. It's a neat use of a faux chest to get across the design of his look from the comic.
Maybe that's the reason why people also didn't like it. Maybe.
Yeah, I think this was around the time when people were starting to really push back against faux parts, and
I think it's because we weren't used to having faux parts, at least not often. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't really super remember. In terms of reviews,
no, I was just saying it's a shame because I quite like when they do if they have to do that. I like when it's.
It depends. It's all based on like is it just being lazy, or have you done it well? In terms of redos, we have Goldfire or Goldbug. He's been cast in quite nice plastic, to be fair, and given a new head. Obviously the mold has the same mold issues. So if you like them, then good. If you didn't, then no. Did you have this one, Big D? I think you said you did, right?
I didn't pick up Goldfire in the end.
Okay.
For some reason, I'm not sure why I didn't though.
It was the next one, Nightbeat, that you had, right?
Yes, I had Nightbeat, and also then went out and got a third party. I think I got a free printed upgrade at one point to replace the chest, and then there was a proper third party kit to give him a more of a yellow chest like G1 Nightbeat.
I think Nightbeat looks a little bit more interesting than B.
I think because the blue, the yellow can feel a little flimsy. It looks when you look at it because it lets so much light through it. It's not a fully opaque color for plastic.
Yeah.
This with that baby blue, you're getting much more shadows, and the fact that you also have that black for his leg, for his thighs, and his biceps, it helps break things up a little bit. I feel. So. Still not a fan of that weapon, but
yeah,
that's. I mean, it's a shame because it's a big piece of kit. If it just had a regular gun, they could have put a bit more budget into the actual figure. Which,
at least it's cast in yellow and then painted blue on the top.
Yeah,
that's something. I like the tampos of the flames on the doors. That's quite nice.
Oh, yeah, those are quite nice. And it was nice to have a Nightbeat figure as well because
there were not many of them.
No.
Japan got a Go Shooter figure, which is obviously Nightbeat, but from the from Master Force series.
Well, actually, this is supposed to be it's Siren for a lot of folks.
Well, I mean, this one's being released in Japan, so this is Go Shooter because he's got all of the tampos for Go Shooter, but you're not entirely wrong. Different color scheme, very slightly different color scheme for Siren though.
Yeah, horrendously expensive. This one though. This one is. I mean, when it came out. I did do some searching for it, and it was
exclusive. Is that what it was as well?
It might have been. It was
available only as a mail-away exclusive.
Yeah,
with Transformers 2014 Volume 2. So so it would have been rare even in Japan. Lamau.
Yep.
Why? It is nice looking though. It's got all of the tampographs the original toy had, and he also comes with Blaze Master from Bumblebee for some reason. I don't know why, but he does. It would have been nice if they had done a police siren bar on the top of the car mode, is why I would have said.
I mean Blaze Master, they've named it as his headmaster partner. So
weird.
Not sure why they've gone with the helicopter one, but
no idea.
Sure.
But it looks good. It looks good.
Yeah.
And then there's Cars app from 2015's Bocon stuff. It might have been. Is it the? Oh, it's a subscription service. Ugh. Yeah, this was one of the ones I was like, why would I want this? It is the.
Yeah.
Is it a new head mold?
I think it is. Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah, it's a new head mold for some reason.
New head, weapon casting, or it's been plated silver and.
Yeah, vacuum chromed or something. It's a white car, red bits, and then it's got quite a few like tampos on it, which is very of the time period, I suppose, which is quite nice. But I don't think this is not the thing I would choose for a subscription service pusher, personally.
Yeah, some of the subscription service decos got real weird. Like, and not in a good way necessarily.
Like, kind of boring. Like, why choose this? What's the point in this? How niche is the market for this kind of thing? Again, I don't think this is an awful looking figure, but it's just kind of, again, this is something you'd have at the back of your shelf and be like, yeah, whatever. At least I would be like that. You think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, subscription figures like this is like, oh, hey, yeah. It gives you an additional random goober to fill out your display with if you need one.
But that would be about it, I'd say, really.
Yeah.
And for now, that's all. That's where we're tapping out for tonight, because we've been going for 2.5 hours, give or take, at least including pre-show, which you can find on YouTube. So, Big D, where can people find you on the internet if you want to be found, baby?
Oh, I am all over the socials. This is David Kelly. I'm sure you'll find me. I don't hide, because if anyone wants to see my identity, they shall be very disappointed in what they find.
Oh my god.
Otherwise, I'm an occasional contributor to UKAnime.net, where I'm one of the resident mech heads. On the Fluff and Hammer, I am roped in regularly to do the deeper dives with Mr. Gruff, which is always a good time. And occasionally I get to go on the main show, which will be up soon. We've started what might be a separate show in itself. We're doing a book club.
Yes, you're going through all of the Horus Heresy books.
Well, we're certainly going to try and do like the first 3 or 4, and we're feeling out where we want to go. I can't imagine
anyone's going to be like, yes, let's do Outcast of the Dead. Yes, let's do Nemesis. Yes, let's do Battle for the Abyss.
We are going to potentially have to sound out where we stop along our trip through the heresy. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah.
But that show I recorded with Gruff and George this week, and I think George is going to get it up. I'm not sure if it's going to go up on the Fluff and Hammer first or on George's channel, but I can't wait for that to go
up on the Fluff and Hammer, surely, right?
I'm looking forward to that because it was a great time. I'm looking forward to doing more of those. And then with Mr. White, we do Fluff and Busters, where we find a film and talk over it for the runtime, give you a nice new commentary, try and stay on topic, and give you a few little fun nuggets of our experiences of the film and what we know about its production. Our most recent one of those was Dark City, which was basically me and Alan getting George on the line and letting him wax lyrical for a couple of hours, and it's fantastic because Dark City's great.
Mr. White says, before you ask, no idea what the next release will be and when it will be out. There you go. Well, maybe you don't know, Mr. White, but maybe Big D knows.
I have the list on hand, so it's always evolving. I enjoy seeing the list come together.
It comes together well and pure.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. Anything else?
No, I think that's about it for me.
All right. Well, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decade Andy. I'm a stream on Twitch and YouTube. Usually, we're doing KOTOR at the moment, the first KOTOR game.
Yeah,
it's good. It's pretty interesting. It feels very BioWare early games because it is. So sometimes the dialogue's a little bit like, this is not how people would talk, but fair enough.
It's very early 2000s Star Wars coded in that regard.
Yeah, but it's nice. The characters seem pretty fun, and I'm enjoying how they're doing the world building, even if it is a little bit on the clunky side. I can't say I love the combat system, but I did enjoy feeding a Rancor grenades and having it explode, because I did try and just fight it, and it just basically one-shot the team. And it's like, I read the data pad that you get just outside, and it said, well, maybe you should use these smelly things, and maybe it'll digest something. I'm like, wonder what you're suggesting here, game.
Oh, wait until you have to go hunting a crate dragon.
Oh, okay. What planet is that on?
That's on Tatooine. That's. Do you remember in A New Hope when the Sand Raiders mug Luke?
Oh yeah.
And Obi-Wan makes that scream.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's that thing.
That's the sound of a crate dragon.
Oh, okay, that's fun.
And there's also the one shows up in the book in The Mandalorian, start of season 2.
Okay.
And that's a big one. Great dragons are kind of the apex predator on Tatooine. So,
okay.
But
no, I know that the next planet I have to go to is wherever the Jedi are, because I know at level 9 you get to choose if you want to become a Jedi or not, and I basically saved all of my skill points, so I've spent no skill points at all.
That's where you do it. Don't do what I did on all of my playthroughs and try and make a well-balanced character to start with. Just save up and go nuts when you unlock the Jedi shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I did. I watched a character creation video, and it recommended, like, it's like every level it's like, save those skill points, just wait. And I'm like, okay. I feel like I'm being screwed a little bit, but it didn't seem to affect my run too much. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I will say the one thing I do prefer about KOTOR 2 system is that you basically you start as a Jedi, so you get to multi-class into a different
it doesn't
Jedi
feel like
level.
you're wasting your time for like 8 to 9 levels.
Yeah, but you get to become a different sort of Jedi at about level 9 as well in that one.
Yeah.
So you can sort of go into dual wielding and saber staffs and all the good stuff.
Who's your favorite partners in KOTOR 1 for your team?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Because I don't really like T3. He seems to be pretty useless apart from doing like computer hacking and repair. And that's about it in terms of combat. He's dog shit.
I mean, you can eventually find some really nice blasters to give him, and he can get quite spicy on that regard.
Just early on when you first get him, he's not great.
Yeah, he's a bit rubbish. I
like the wonky Zanzibar. Zanzibar seems to be pretty good.
Yeah, Zalabar, he's quite good. He and Mission, it's weird. There are certain combinations that work really well. So Mission and Zalabar play off each other quite nicely. Have you got Andrus yet?
Yeah, just got him. We haven't left Taris yet, but we've just got him.
Yeah, he and Karth just bitch each other constantly if they're in a team, which is quite fun. Because they basically were on the opposite sides of the last war. Bastila is a solid side character. She's got some really good abilities, in fairness. But she's also a bit full-on Jedi. She's the Jedi prodigy archetype.
She's a bitch. So, she's a fucking cow. She really annoys me as soon as oh, you didn't free me, I didn't need your help until I'm like, oh, shut up, bitch. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. And she's like annoys Karth straight away as well. I'm like, oh my god, calm down. Did we really have to free you?
Yeah. There are a couple more characters for you to pick up though.
Yeah, I've got like HK-47 and then like 2 others.
Yeah, the other 2 in Venice, HK as well. I think actually no, HK I think might be essential for one of your Tatooine missions.
Oh, okay.
Because you need a protocol droid. And he is technically a protocol droid.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
The other 2, you are actually able to either bypass them or kill them.
Oh, okay.
If instead of recruiting them. One of them you'll find on the Jedi on Dantooine,
Oh, Dantooine's the Jedi world. Okay.
Yeah, and the other one's on Kashyyyk.
Ah, okay.
But it's fun traveling to some of these worlds, though. Just because it was one of the first times we got to see some of them.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
So we'd heard about Dantooine from A New Hope. If you were reading you knew about Kashyyyk. You'd never seen it represented anywhere.
Yeah, because this was prequels, or close to the prequels, at least, right?
Yeah, this was still when Kashyyyk was basically the Wookiees live in the highest levels, and everything under it gets progressively more dangerous. Which they've kind of kept with. It's just the bit we saw in Revenge of the Sith was kind of the coastline, so it petered out a bit.
Yeah, they showed a little bit in the Bad Batch, not much.
Yeah. But, no, I'm glad you're having fun with it.
Yeah. Mr. White's coming along for the journey each day, which is nice of him. So hopefully he's enjoying it.
I keep meaning to try and dip into that because I do enjoy watching people play KOTOR.
Yeah, pretty neat.
But, I've been playing a bit of Dark Tides in exploration mode.
Dark Tide. Oh, Dark Tide. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the Chaos Wastes from.
From Vermintide. Yeah.
So, not a bad thing. They had a few bugs initially, so it would sort of like disconnect folks. But I've almost run through the challenge for the initial week or so, just to get doing it on some lower difficulties, just to get a handle on how it plays.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah.
And you unlock more areas to explore as you
as the challenge increases. Yeah, that makes sense. Sorry?
No, go on.
No, I was just about to wrap up the show. So what were you going to say?
Yeah, probably wise.
Oh, okay. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decayed Andy. You can find us on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. If you want to join us on a Sunday at 9:30 in the evening UK time, which will be changing in, a week's time? Yeah, in a week's time, we've got, daylight savings, so we'll be an hour earlier next week, I think. An hour earlier? Yeah, that's right? Oh, it might not actually be on Sunday because it might not actually happen until midnight on Sunday.
Actually, no, it would happen on the midnights. It would happen Saturday night into Sunday morning.
I fucking hate daylight savings.
I know, right?
Stupid.
Yeah.
Get up an hour early. It's like, oh my God. Either way, you can find me on the ccbunker.weebly.com or the Moonbase 2 forums at all those places. If you want to donate to the show, there is a link to the Streamlabs in the bottom. If you want to help out, no problem. Thank you very much if you do. And until next week, where we'll be talking about news, unless there's absolutely nothing to talk about. Thank you as ever, Big D, for joining me today.
Always a pleasure.
And we'll catch you next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.